Uh, Here we are with Rob and Jackson, two boys that come to boogie down. You've had a bit of a rough training, you're breaking bits and ready. You got your fancy new clutch underway, have you, mate? I've heard you had a bit of a fun run getting this far so far.
Yeah, it was start off, I got off the start, and then by the 2.5, third lap, started feeling like it was getting slower, but we had lots of revs. It's going nowhere, and then just tried to do a bit of a bucking bronco on us down the thing when the bike tipped over with no power going to it.
Oh, a few of the boys have commented on your suit. You might be packing a bit more extra drive these days, mate, so that could have been an issue for that clutch. It had to work a bit harder. I see you got the junior on the back there, mate. How you finding that? They're filling it down. Your dad's never done an NZs here at Moore Park. What's it like to be better than the old man?
No, it wasn't too hard. A little while to catch up to what he's got, but that's always good fun.
Oh, you and Rob have put together a pretty good season, mate. This is your first real play on the dirt. You know, I believe you're finally rocking a 19 on the back. It was a bit of a foreign experience for you, set one up.
As I know, I'm pretty stuck on my wet, so, if I could, I would have. We actually quickly went out and bought some different wet rear rims to make them skinnier and shit like that, but then, I got the hard work from old Koro handbag. I had to put the 19 on, so, hey, we did it. We went to Rosebank the other weekend for our first time. Every gearing thing people told us was wrong, so we went back to we have a go at this one, and it worked, so come down here. It was fun here yesterday just for the practice, the one we got before we've done the clutch, and then see how we go today. It's winging it, really.
Mate, there's always the Rob Miller way, mate. You've got a distinctive riding style, distinctive lifestyle choices and everything, mate. You do well. It must be a bit of a training curve getting that 19. You got the junior on the back there, mate, little Jackson, but you're going well. You've had a hard season. Rosebank, now that. You'd be just looking at getting that top 16 and deal with it tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm hoping to make the top 12. Then I'd have to worry about trying to go through repper charges and stuff like that. Yeah, and this is only the second time that Jackson and I have been on a solo wheel. So it's a whole different learning curve for him and me again. We'll have fun.
Better ask this question, Jackson, mate. As a former passenger swing on the back, mate, dirt is a different beast. How you finding the going from the clay, the faster clay to the looser dirt?
Oh, it's definitely different. I probably prefer the dirt maybe sometimes, but clay's faster.
You're a man of my own heart, mate. Dirt where us swingers have got to work, mate. You've got to have your brain going, and the guy on the handlebars just tries to hold it together. You guys look sharp. You're looking good. You got any sponsors you want to thank that help you get this far?
Oh, yeah. Kim's, they've obviously supplied us with all the grease eater and the chain lube and stuff like that. Access Engineering, they help us out with the suits. Giant Oils, again, can't fault them. Free oil. Tyre Power Gisborne, old Don. We got a flat tyre on the car. He rung up the Tyre Power company here, got us a new one, straight away. And then, Olsen Decorating, obviously. My missus back home, they're all watching it. One of our young one of our young followers, or Harley, he's right into it, my boss, GJ Fiberglassing, he didn't even know I put half the shit on the bike before he saw it. There's a few more, honestly. Salem Realty, Les, he's another one he pushes us hard, and so it's good. Yeah.
Mate, I appreciate your time, boys. Good luck for the rest of the day, and you might annoy us later on and have some fun out there.
Yeah, we'll give it a go and go for gold.
Cheers, boys. Thanks, guys.
Right, this time I've got Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan on the 27 bike. Kenny, you weren't even coming to this event. Then you got phoned by Craig Bowler, who's unfortunately out injured at the moment. And all of a sudden you're down here on the David Jones Motors bike.
Yeah, it was probably about 5 or 6 days after the North Islands. Craig gave me a call and asked me if I was coming down, and just due to the fact of not having much money at the moment, I wasn't. And then he said his bikes will be down here, and I got the privilege of coming down to ride them. So yeah, it's a great honour to do that. New bike, new track, and a new passenger. So we'll just see how today goes, really.
Did you get to spin some laps last night?
No, I didn't, unfortunately. Craig and Keeler and that lot couldn't come down, so there really was no point in me coming down, so I just turned up today, and we'll give it a go.
Kayla, I know you work well with Craig back at home, but how's the nerves for you at an event like this?
It's alright. I'm quite used to it now, so it's alright.
So how many times have you done a New Zealand title?
Twice? I can't remember. Once, I think.
Probably the most relaxed person in the pit.
Yep.
So it's interesting going into this event not knowing how you guys are going to work as a pairing. You don't know Kayla's style, she doesn't know your style. That's going to be something you have to work around here in qualifying tonight.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. We've had a bit of a discussion around like the way I ride and the way Kayla likes to swing, so we'll just try a few different things, and hopefully we can gel and try and get a few results.
What setup differences have you had to make to the bike to make it comfortable for you?
Well, Craig's got 2 bikes here. He's got the carbureted and the fuel injection one. I was originally going to try and ride the carbureted bike, but I can't get my hip, so I can't change gear that easy. So we're going to try the fuel injection. So basically we just changed a little bit with the levers and a few bits and pieces, and hopefully I can adapt more to the bike than trying to change the bike to suit me.
I know this thing pulls good numbers on the dyno.
Yeah, it's a very quick bike. It's going to be, hopefully it can perform, and we get gel together and get some results.
So tonight's not so important with the qualifying because there's not that many bikes that are actually going to miss out. So it's just a matter of banking a couple of good races, getting into that meeting, but using tonight really for valuable experience and setup knowledge.
I don't know what you even see.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's going to be a learning curve for sure. But we'll just go out, we'll give it our all, and hopefully, we can qualify.
Well, it's good to have you guys here, and wish you all the very best of luck tonight on the David Jones bike.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks.
There you go. That was Caleb Meehan and Kenny Hamill. Kenny on a bike that he's never ridden before.
Right. Well, thanks, Mike and Pete, for that. Welcome to you all here and the Pits TV viewers. Getting the Grand Parade out, and as you can see, we've got 2 NZ, Jamie Muin and Patrick Larson leading them around, followed by his brother on the 27 or 3 NZ bike, Dylan Muin and Sean Mason. So they are the 2 that are fighting, trying to go up one more, because the current New Zealand champion, Zahn and Franklin, have retired. So they're not here. So those are the boys that are coming around. And I think we pick up some of the others as they come through. Dave, I think that's Wingnut, as he wants to be known as. He doesn't like his first name, so we're just calling him Wingnut. Kieran Payne, Sam McNaught, just going around out there as well. They're on the 5 bike.
Listen to those Vincents come out now, Warwick.
Yeah.
Blast from the past. Looking forward to that later on.
Are. There's been a few changes there as well. And then the flat trackers, it's great to see them there. They'll pick up the rest of them, come down. There's Bruce Savage, Stephen Burrow on the 969, Tyler Fisher and Ruben Miller. Then 23, Ben Morris and Graham Partridge. 254 bikes, the main one that'll be driven by Bevan Nuttrid and Samaka Horn. There's Scott Aito and Ramon Nicaro Bollock, or I just said we might call him Bollocks today, just to make it easy. He's going around there. I think we've got young Ben Phipps and Michael Toos on the 15. Then the 44, they've been New Zealand champions a couple of times. That's James Douglas and Harley Biddle. Visitors just going past us now, 34, Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon. This will be about their 4th meeting here. So they've been trying to dial into the track. Just here, those Vincents, Dave. The 13 bike, Dennis Nash and Nathaniel Parsons from Rosebank, normally swinger for Glenn Bagshaw. The 424 or the 17 is Rory McEnroe and Darren Turner. The 23, Darren Nash, and he's got young Bailey Partridge on there. And the 35 is Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter. We'll pick up with some of these flat tracker boys. It is a sidecar championship later on. 73, local man Taylor Green and Callum Innes coming in there. And of course 8, Rob Miller and Jackson Hannon. 16, Carl Foster out there with Alan Clarkson on. And then the 6, he's done a meeting or 2 here, Pete Adams and Travis Thompson. Then the fast man from down south, 78, Paul Humphreys and Chris Chatfield. Paul Humphreys has had quite a few of these New Zealand titles under his belt. Another one down there, 48, Sean Kerr and Dion McDonald from Ariti. We'll just go over to Mike with James Douglas now for another talk.
Definitely one of the contenders for this title here this weekend. 5 years ago now it was. You finished 3rd at the same event. James Douglas, Harley Biddle, you guys are serious contenders.
Yeah, we haven't really done much riding, probably in the last sort of 3-4 years. So, yeah, it's pretty much just take it as it comes, really. We'll go out there and give it a hell of a nudge anyway. bike fitness is probably just starting to get there now, so hopefully we start to hit our stride at the right time.
Good to have this qualifying event tonight, though. That's 4 races that you can ease yourself back in.
Yeah, that's it. There's plenty of fast guys here, but hopefully we can make it into the top 16, and it's just a bit more bike time again and have another crack tomorrow night, fingers crossed.
And it's on a proper speedway track as well.
Yeah, love it here, It's definitely probably, apart from home at Aridi, this is definitely a favourite track. Awesome shape, and Mike always puts on a good track. There's plenty of drive in it, and yeah, it's bloody good.
I know you've won the championship before, but what would it mean to you to get it back?
It would be pretty good actually. Certainly something special. We've won it a couple of times, so to get number 3 would be pretty good. There's a few guys on there that have done it 3 times, but it would be nice to join them with 3, but you just never know what's going to happen being a New Zealand title.
I noticed when you came in, you already started to do some adjustment to the tyre pressures on the side wheel.
Yeah, just looking at the track, make a few adjustments just to suit, hopefully, just to have it hold a wee bit better, and we'll just see what the track does throughout the first sort of heat.
Racing under lights certainly has to help that track preparation as well.
Yeah, it does certainly bring some moisture back out in it later on, and they've definitely put the moisture into it, or the water into it, earlier in the day, so I'm sure it'll hold up quite nice.
You got some great sponsors on the side of this bike too.
We've got Southern Bricklaying and Plastering, South Coast Customs, JD Contracting, Perium Hedge Cutting, Winter Motorcycles, and I think that's it. Oh, and Dynatech, Scott Reed in the pits doing an awesome job as usual.
And you got a good crew, yeah?
Yeah, got a great crew, got a good group of people around us, so it's awesome.
All right, all the best of luck.
Awesome, thanks very much.
There you go, that's a 44 bike from Invercargill, James Biddle, and I got that one wrong. James Douglas Harley Biddle. There you go.
I'm here with the 73C, I suppose the Christchurch Hopes. The boys have been putting a solid season together. Taylor Green and Callinis. It's kind of unusual not calling you teabag and pastry boy, but we're going for New Zealand titles, so serious titles tonight. Taylor, how you going there, mate?
Yeah, good. Look, me and Callum have been building for this meeting for a while. It's only my second NZs, but I think we're gelling nicely for it.
Yeah, definitely been putting on a bit of a form show. Each race meet for the last 4, you've improved, different lines, different tracks. You got Callan to break his hoodoo of finishing 4th at titles. He's putting in the hard work. You're definitely gelled as a team. You look sharp with the presentation you put out there, but you're joining it with the quality ride that you're doing. Are you finding the pit crew and the people helping you out, or is it just more used to finding your own groove and your own buzz?
Oh, look, we couldn't do it without Dad. The amount of hours he puts in the workshops, unreal, and without him, we wouldn't be here.
Oh, it's better talk to the bit of the endurance athlete of the team. Callum, mate, you're jumping from 3 wheels to 3 wheels to 3 wheels, a couple of flights in between, mate. I suppose, how's the body holding up so far? And then for the people that don't quite know, just want to fill us in how your day's been.
So if everyone doesn't know, I've been road racing all day in Timaru for the New Zealand Grand Prix. Body's pretty sweet. I live for this. And obviously we have a great team behind us that allows us to do things like this. We couldn't do it without the pit crew, and I couldn't do it without my amazing partner Tash looking after the house and our staff back running the bakery. So my body's sweet, let's go.
Yeah, no, you're both looking quite sharp, mate. Anyone you want to thank that's helped you make it this far? I know you've already thanked your dad, and he's looking quite proud over there. He did smile, I think.
Yeah, look, we got a few people behind us that help, but the key ones are Kaipui Collision, 18 Aviation, High Peak Station, Motorsport Solutions, Jim at Power Tools, NZ Bike, and City South Fan Spares. Oh, and better not forget Callum's.
Go, mate. Give the plug. What's the company, mate?
Cheers to my crew at the Pioneer. So cheers. Cheers to all our sponsors and everyone that puts on the show, everyone that works behind the scenes, all the competitors for turning up, and the Aussies for being here too. So you guys are in for a real treat for the next 2 nights.
And cheers, T-Bag and Pastry Boy, mate, and glad the Pastry Boy hasn't done too well to T-Bag.
Yeah, thanks, guys. A special part of this weekend is having the 4 Vincent 1000 vintage sidecars here. You really got to hear these things and see them in person. They're just stunning works of art now. And I've got Darren Nash here with me, a state champion from Australia. Mate, it's just such a pleasure to have these bikes.
Yeah, thanks for having us over. We went down last weekend to the Burt Munro down to Reddy. That was great. Great bunch of people, and they really looked after us down there. We had a good time. And then we've come up here, and the same here. The NZ people have been fantastic, to get us, help us get along here, and hopefully you can put on a good show, and good for us to come and see all your late model bikes, how hard they go.
It's just a pleasure hearing them warm up in the pits as it is.
Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, the range from 1948. One of them's actually up the end. There's a Black Shadow, very rare motorcycle, especially for Speedway. I don't think there's another one out there at all. 2 HRDs, and then so 2 of them are Dennis's, my dad's. So I'm probably one of the luckiest guys here. I don't own one, but I get to ride one and have a good time with my dad on it. Obviously, he's well known in the sport. He's got 9 West Australian titles, 5 Australian titles, and numerous other ones. Same as Mark. Mark Mitchell's got Australian title as well. I've got a few state titles and had a good time along the way, doing some road racing and that. So yeah, extremely lucky to be here.
You really never had any chance as a kid of falling into another sport, did you?
I never had any money for anything else, put it that way.
Tell me a little of the stats about these bikes in the ways of what sort of horsepower were they putting out?
I don't think they've been on dynos or anything like that, but I think from factory they weren't a lot. They're only 30, 40 horsepower. But once Dad's had his fingers in there and had a bit of a tinker, I can tell you they go a lot better than that. So, they're 1,000cc. I mean, they're built in 48. They're push-rod motor, quite complicated inside. You'll have to ask my dad about those bits that he likes to play with, all the internal stuff. I'm just happy to get a ride on them. They're a one-off thing. I mean, you don't see anything else like them. There's not many around. There's only 2 in West Australia that go, and Dad owns both of them. Mark's from South Australia, and the other bike, Victorian. Come across Rory. He's over here playing with his normal passenger, Darren. So I've got a couple of standing guys that help me out, which is great. But we're here to have a really good time tonight and tomorrow night. And hopefully, the crowd will enjoy it. They'll enjoy the sound, and we can have a bit of a battle and a bit of a play. And we just want to take them all home in one piece, and nobody to go home in the ambo. That'd be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, how did this tour come about? What was the instigator for it?
So originally, Dad was putting together another bike anyway, and he was pretty keen on going to Tasmania. Had their annual Vincent run on through the whole of Tasmania on the road. And then when we found out about the Burt Munro being on at the same time, it was sort of a toss of a coin, and Dad decided to go, maybe we should go to NZ. It'll be something that's not been done for a long time. Probably never be done again, to be honest with you. It was quite a mission to get him here and stuff like that. So Mark Mitchell was the instigator in getting the bikes organised to get here, and things like accommodation and where we're racing and liaising with the clubs. And like I said, all the clubs couldn't do enough to help us. The NZ Sport Commission over here made sure that it all happened. Otherwise, there's a lot of loopholes that we could have fallen into, and we could have got trapped where we got here with no licence, couldn't ride. Very expensive to get all your gear over here and not be able to ride your motorbike and have to watch. I'm not a good spectator anyway. I like to be strapped on the bars, but I don't ride any more than late model bikes. I gave that away.
Plus the fact that you've got to see 2 of the best bike speedway tracks here in New Zealand at Oriti and now here at Moore Park.
Yeah, the track surfaces are different to what we run on. All your bikes here are completely different. It's good to see that everybody over here has different types of bikes. I had a quick wander around earlier on, and they're not all running the same sort of machinery, same engines. The cookie cutter idea doesn't really work. And when you have all these different bikes and you've got your North Island, South Island, it looks like you're going to have a really good battle.
Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend, mate. So make sure you get to see some of that action as well, and that you're not here mopping up the oil under these Vincents.
Don't you worry about it. I'll be there watching. Cheers, guys.
There you go, Darren Nash, part of the Vincent crew here. We can't wait for them to hit the track.
I just thought I'd come catch up with the people racing for the Canterbury flat track. They've got Blake Giller coming down all the way down from Auckland, mate. Yeah, flat track is a pretty new class to here at Moore Park, and it's growing in New Zealand more and more. And it's give us a bit of a rundown, mate. I know you're a bit of a rock star in it.
Oh, I don't know about that, but we've definitely got some depth in the field now. This class has been around probably 6 years. For a while, we were struggling to get numbers, have a few guys jump in here and there, but now to be turning up with full gates and having to qualify, and realistically we've probably got 7 or 8 guys that can potentially win it on Saturday night, so it's getting pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'll be brutally honest, when it started I used to hide in the pits, go, it's time to get a Coke, the flat trackers are going out, and now it's like, here comes the flat trackers, it's on. Come down, make the track for the Canterbury champs, you obviously got goals to take the Canterbury title back with the Auckland bike, not much pressure on you?
No, I think, to be honest, we just really enjoy riding this track. It's a brilliant track, and we had a good warm-up last weekend at the Burt. Most of the boys have come down, do the double header, so that was a good get the feet wet, come up here, 2 nights racing, so it'll be good. I got second last year. I got pipped on the last corner by Cormac, so fingers crossed we can try and go one better tonight.
It's not the worst person in the world to get beaten by, pipped to the corner. Just for the people that don't really know, what's the actual difference in a flat tracker and a motocross bike? Because, I brutally thought that when I first saw them, so might as well help the people out.
Yep, they're pretty, they look very similar. We've got a 19-inch wheel set front rear, purpose-built tyres, suspension that's lowered and valved to suit, tether switch and no front brake, and that's pretty much it. So most of them are what you'd get off the showroom floor and then just modified slightly to sort of do what we're doing.
Unless you're like Drakey, who's gone and built a dinosaur that, is quite a distinct bike. Is it building something like Drakey's done ever crossed your mind, or are you happy with the modern bit of machinery?
Nah, he's a totally different animal. So I'll leave the Rotex to Drakey. He's a bit of a machine. It's pretty cool to race against someone with his experience, and anything he jumps on, he could probably jump on a chili bin out there and go just as quick. So I'm looking forward to racing him tonight on his home track.
According to his kids, he's the third fastest in the family, so no pressure on him, mate. No, I appreciate it. Tom, anyone you think that helped you get here, or, is this just a Blake Gillard Memorial Tour?
No, definitely just the missus and the young fella back home, family, and everyone else that supports the class. We really appreciate it.
I genuinely appreciate you coming, man, and best luck for the thing, man.
Awesome, thank you.
117C of Bradley Hamburger. Bradley, what is it that you love so much about flat track racing?
It's still on a motorbike, and it's a little bit different, so it's pretty cool.
I know your dad had a history on the solo bikes, raced for a long time. Did you have a go at that as well?
I had a wee go at, I think it was the first Ronnie Moore Memorial here, but not me. I liked motorbikes a bit more.
And this flat track is just continually growing all the time. You only have to look at how stunning these bikes are to see it evolving.
Yeah, it's really good. I think last time I raced all the North Island guys, there was only like 12 of us all together, and now there's like nearly 20, so it's good to see.
And we know the speed is increasing all the time also.
Yeah, I haven't been out for a wee while, so it'll be interesting to see.
Big meeting to come back to.
Yeah, it is. It should be good fun though.
And you got any sponsors here that you want to thank?
Yeah, quite a few. FabTech Engineering, Norjo Motorcycles, 23 MX Coaching, Hamburger Transport, Gemmet Power Tools, and any if I forgot them.
What's your goal tonight then?
Oh, it'd be pretty cool if I just qualify really and just set myself up good for tomorrow.
You seem kind of laid back.
Yeah, just trying to stay nice and calm.
All right, all the best tonight, eh?
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Sean.
Hey, I'm Jace.
And we are Sign Solutions.
Situated at 61 Preston Street in Invercargill, we can meet all your signage needs.
Our man from 10, Jacob Scammell from Invercargill, hasn't made it today, so he comes out as well.
Rightio,
anyway,
here we go. Coming out now, we've got 86, Kerry Morgan and Jason Hera. They'll be in the red helmet colours, so those that are new to the sport, the red helmet colours are off gate 1. The blue helmet colour will be gate 2, that's 33, Wayne Bryce and Brandon DeGarnham Riley. In the white helmet colour, they'll be off gate 3, and that'll be 48, Sean Kerr, Dion McDonald, off gate 3. Right on the outside, in the yellow, will be 44I, James Douglas and Harley Biddle. So that'll be the way it goes all night. Red, gate 1, blue, gate 2, white, gate 3, great, gate 3, and yellow, gate 4.
Well, Kerry Morgan and Jason Hera are the first ones into line. The others just coming in slowly. The couple from Oriti on gates 3, Sean Kerr, Dion McDonald, and 44, James Douglas and Harley Biddle. And you really must take your hat off to some of these guys. The presentation of these bikes, Dave, has really come ahead.
Oh, it's stunning.
The last one to come in on gate 2, Wayne Bryce and Brandon DeGarnham Riley.
They've got new suits for the night as well, Warwick.
Yep. So the starters are ready. The
They-
City South Fan New Zealand champs gets underway. And into the first turn it is Sean Kerr and Dion McDonald take an early lead, but pairing around the top side, trying to get its second spot is James Douglas and Harley Biddle, but they're stuck out wide, and Kerry Morgan and Jason Hera hold that second position at this stage. Wayne Bryce and Brandon McGarnham Riley at the back there at the moment, but well, looking at that, James Douglas and Harley Biddle are trying to do the work on that second spot, Dave.
Yeah, they are, but they've just gone a little bit wide, and they've been overtaken there at the moment by James. Sorry, I've got that wrong. James Douglas and Harley Biddle have managed to get into that second place. Kerry Morgan and Jason Hura have been set back to third. A little bit of work to do there for Wayne Bryce and Brandon DeGarn and Riley at the back there.
Well, the white flag's out as they go down there. Aldridge Hydraulics back straight for the last time. A late challenge coming in there. James Douglas and Harley Biddle put some pressure on. They pushed Sean Kerr out wide, and they take the win. And Kerr, very lucky to maintain the balance of that bike to get that second spot. And it was Morgan and Hera that came into that third position.
Yeah, well, that was Sean Kerr, Dion McDonald. They had a bit of a handful there at the end, hanging on there. They managed to do that at the end. And I thought Kerry Morgan and Jason Hura were actually very fortunate at the start. They just touched that tape, but the referee let them get away with it.
64.56. 64.560 is the race time. Fastest lap was put in there by Kerry Morgan and Jason Hera with a 15.757 in that particular race on the last lap. And if I go back to the records here for the multis here, just to give you an indication, the lap records actually held by Jamie Muir and Patrick Larson at a 15.029, and the 4 laps was broken at the Super Cup by Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield. He took that off Jamie and Patrick. It now sits at 62.256. So those are the current race records. Right, we're on to the next one, Dave.
Yep, so coming out first will be 2 NZ, Jamie Muir and Patrick Larson, and they'll be off gate 1. They're in the red helmet colours. Next to them will be 5P, Kieran Payne and Sam McNaught. In the blue, off gate 2. Off gate 3 in the white helmet colour will be 6A, Peter Adams and Travis Thompson. And right on the outside in the yellow is 8, Rob Miller and Jackson Hannon.
Yes, they all come round for the first time to get a look at the track. Just trying to get some cables out of the road here, Dave.
Yeah, there's a few more than normal, isn't there?
Yep, there is. But, yep. So we've got 2 NZ, Jamie Muir and Patrick Larson. First ones to come in on gate 1.
Yeah, well, they're looking for number 1 NZ. That's their goal the goal's to get into the qualifying for tomorrow, of course.
Yep.
But they'll be wanting to win every race just to show that they're the ones to beat.
Right, starters ready. And away we go. And another good start from the inside from Jamie Muir and Patrick Larson. But it's Rob Miller and Jackson Hannon that went from the outside, managed to grab that second position, and they come into the West Melton turn for the first time. But Muir and Larson on that 2 NZ bike, they've made a break from the rest of them at this stage. But Rob Miller and Jackson Hannon just holding that second position. Peter Adams and Travis Thompson in that third spot, and just rounding out the field is Wingnut and Travis Thompson. Oh, Peter Adams is going a bit untidy there, Dave. He was pretty close on the pole line, and he swung wide. But there's no doubt about the leader in this one. One of the top contenders, Jamie Muir and Patrick Larson. They pick up the white flag.
Yeah, 1 lap to go for Jamie Muir and Patrick Larson, showing a clean pair of heels at the moment from Rob Miller, Jackson Hannon. Then we have Peter Adams and Travis Thompson, followed by Kieran Payne and Sam McNaught. So a win there. Jamie Muir and Patrick Larson from Woe to Go. In second place, Rob Miller, Jackson Hannon. And to round out the points, Peter Adams and Travis Thompson.
Yeah, 63 .475, 63. .475 is that race time for Jamie Moen and Patrick Larson as they come on home. Certainly a bit interesting there with Peter Adams and Travis Thompson doing a bit of work there, Dave, trying to keep the bike balanced as they come out of that West Melton turn.
Right, we'll try and keep up to date with the points. It's a bit of a mission, but this will be unofficial. But once we get a round out of the way, we'll be able to let you know how they go.
Well, the next heat comes up on the City South Van Spares and Tyres New Zealand Sidecar Championship, the qualifying night. 9 in the red, Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow going from that gate 1. 15C, another local lad, Ben Phipps. He's got Michael Toos on the back tonight. In the blue, they go from gate 2. 16, another like Christchurch combination of Carl Foster with Alan Clarkson. In the white, they take their spot from gate 3. And in the yellow, it's the 19i, the Ariti pairing of Scott Ato and Ramon Nakora Bollock. Well, bollocks. we'll shorten it up. They're going from gate 4.
We're safe up here, aren't we, Warwick?
On the outside, yeah. We'll just lock the door.
All right, they're all coming into line there now. 15, Ben Phipps, Michael Toos, just cruising in there at the moment.
Yes, it was Ben and George had teamed up, but apparently he's in the police college in Wellington, I hear. So Michael Toos is hopping on at the moment. Last one to come in is Scott Ato and Bollocks. I had a word to him down there, he didn't mind. Apparently that's what they nicknamed his father. Racing we go. And Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow got a good start there to lead them out early from Carl Foster and Alan Clarkson. Scott Ato and Raymond Bullock holding that third position as they try and tighten the corner up. They've just got ahead of the 15 of Ben Phipps and Michael Toos. But Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow, a wee bit similar like the last race day.
They're on a mission.
Yeah, made a break from the rest of the field as they separated them out a bit.
Yeah, that inside line seems to be working. Real battle going on there for second and third. Everybody wants points. That's for sure.
Yeah, very important to get the points. And Carl Foster, Alan Clarkson have got the pressure on them as Ato and Bollock come through, trying to tighten it up again as the white flag comes out. But as they go round and down the National Steel back straight for the last time in this race, it's 9. Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow, they swing out of the wee bit wide out of the West Melton turn. They take the checkered flag. 16, Carl Foster and Alan Clarkson will be in that second spot. And third place will be the 19 of Scott Ato and Ramon Nakora Bollock.
And a time of 64.864.
64.864, the winning time there for Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow.
Down here in the pits this time of Patrick Larson on the 2NZ bike. Great win in that first ride. You guys were on it.
Yeah, just really putting a focus on trying to get a good start and then just take it as it comes from there, you know. Definitely it's easier when you get out the gate straight, clean and fast.
Does that calm the nerves a little bit?
Oh, yeah, but racing's racing, so anything can happen.
Looking at that track early on, I think it's going to develop a lot of dirt later.
Yeah, I think so too. It's actually come a long way from when we first turned up, but that felt fast and it wasn't bumpy. Practice was a bit more rough, so it's actually coming on nice.
Straight into the setup changes as well and putting some new rubber on the back.
Yeah, we'll put a new edge on and then, just as soon as we come in, we both knew what we wanted to do and just made a quick little change and, yeah, we'll head back out.
So the plan is to run a new edge every race?
Yeah, that's definitely. Just need any little bit we can get, really, and that's definitely one of them.
It's going to be a few tyres over the weekend. Hope you got a good sponsor for that.
Yeah, Mike from CNCLE, Fraser from Effort Construction, my boss Peterson Plastering, Keb's Welding Works, and of course Steve Fabrication, who's here working on the bike now. He's a gun and he does lots for us.
Do you know what gate you're going to go out of in the next race?
We're on the wall this one, so yeah, we've gone from gate 1 out to 4, so it'll be a different story out there. It's a long way around, and looking forward to it.
Right, well done on that first qualification heat win.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Oh, I thought I'd come catch up with Rob Miller, mate. He's just gone and had a bit of a play in the dirt test out 19, the 50-50 clutch and the unique riding style, mate. The drive's working. You look like you're dialed in, mate. For a man that's the second run in 19 and you're trying some South Island dirt, mate, you look like you're going all right.
It was a lot better, eh? I couldn't get any lower, so we've just given it a little bit more toe out to help it sink it out a bit more. Yeah, it was fun though. Like, we needed it because we were both a bit, what's the word, a bit shaky coming in, you know. But yeah, hopefully it works.
Oh, mate, young Jackson on the back, mate. He looked good. He looked tidy. You definitely look like the team that's working the one. You know, you look sharp. It felt good. You know, the clutch held together for you, mate.
Yeah, mate, come in, first thing I check, I've still got free play. Booyah!
Oh, it's all about those small wins, mate. It's going to get you there. No, we would interview Jackson, but apparently he's just a wee bit shaken. The dirt was a wee bit too fast for him. So, you know, you're obviously putting the pace down if he's got to go and just catch his breath.
The look he's giving you now, I don't know.
Oh, it's his fault for running away, mate. Hey, all the best of luck for the rest of the day, mate.
Yeah, cheers. We just got to keep up the points and go from there.
If motorsport is in your blood, then Speedway Garage Palmerston North and Wanganui is your home away from home. From Speedway trivia nights, car reveals and good dirt track banter, along with great food that has our famous steaks, roast of the day and classic pub meals, Speedway Garage is the place to be. We look forward to hosting you at one of our 2 locations, 528 Main Street Palmerston North or 45 Anzac Parade Wanganui. Don't forget to check out the Pits TV Garden Bar. See you at the finish line.
It doesn't matter how hard the job is, we suck it up and get it done. No matter how dirty our hands have to get, we suck it up and get it done. Suck it up, suck it up, suck it up. Out for suck's sake, suck it up, suck it up, suck it up. Out for suck's sake, suck it up.
Suck it up and get it done with suckitup.co.nz.
Well, we see them come out for the next one.
Yeah, that's Ben Morris, Graham Partridge. They're leading them out. They're off gate 1. It's quite good, them coming in the order there, Warwick.
Yeah, it is. Makes it a bit easier.
Yep. 27, Dylan Moore and Sean Mason. They're currently 3 in Z, so they're in the blue. They're off gate 2. This is their first ride. Then we have 27, Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan. And this will be a tough one for them, won't it? Because they haven't even been on the track before yet.
Yep.
They're on gate 3 on the white. And right on the outside, second up, again, the second ride for Wayne Bryce and Brandon DeGarnham Riley. And they'll be in the yellow.
Well, we've got the two 27 blue bikes out there, so that's when the helmet colours, coloured helmet covers
come into
their play. Dylan Moore in the blue and Kenny Hammond in the white.
Yeah, I bet the nerves are going for them. If you haven't even seen the track before, new combination,
Yep.
New bike, new everything. Whew. We'll see how they go. They're going to give it a crack anyway.
Yep. Oh,
coming in on the outside there, Wayne Bryce, Brandon DeGarnham Riley on gate 4. Sometimes those yellow and black helmet colours, they you look across there and you think, oh, what colour is that? But well, he's doing the gardening. He's on his her doing the gardening. That was Kayla doing the gardening there off gate 3.
Yeah, just got the pole out there because we're gusty winds coming up a little bit. Just holding the tape steady. Racing we go. And Dylan Moen got across pretty quickly in that one to snatch the lead from Ben Morris and Graham Partridge. So Dylan Moen and Sean Mason doing it well out in the front. Ben Morris, Graham Partridge holding that second position. Wayne Bryce Brandon DeGarnham Riley have snatched that third spot from Kenny Hannon and Kyla Meehan as they try and settle in, but they've come in pretty hot into that turn.
They're not giving up, that's
no,
for sure.
They're not. And they're going to make a challenge for that third point, that 1 point at the end for the third place.
Oh, he's given it a good nudge. That's where the race is at the moment for third position.
Well, it's pretty encouraging to see that kind of speed and pace when you haven't been on the track before.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the white flag's out and it's been shown. And as they go down past the Waghorn Builders sign, they swing into our West Melton turn for the last time. It'll be 3 points to Dylan Moon and Sean Mason as they come through. Ben Morris, Graham Partridge pick up 2. And it will be Wayne Bryce and Brandon DeGarnham Riley who get that third position just ahead of Kenny Hannon and Caleb Meehan. And a race time 63.238. 63.238. That's the race time. And that disappeared, but that's fine. All right, it's all good. So as they come in, a good ride there from those boys.
Yep, so making up a few points there. Clicking them in. It's a bit of a mixture because the first round we're actually going to have 4 riders that have done 2 rides, but it'll all work out at the end. The most important thing that they need to do is get their 12 points at the end. We've got a bit of a restart here, Warwick. That disappeared quite quickly though. Bringing out the next race. Okay.
On the pits replay, yep, that you at home will see.
So coming out last will be off gate 1. That's 34V, Aaron Rose and Nigel Sternan. They'll be in the red helmets. That didn't last very long coming out in order, did it, Warwick?
No.
We've got 44, James Douglas, Harley Biddle. They're off gate 2 this time in the blue. Next to them will be 47N, Kieran Satherley and John O'Kilburn in the white helmet colours, and right on the outside 48I, Sean Kerr and Dion McDonald. They'll be in the yellow.
Yes, well, it's sad that the sole Nelsonian team at the moment, they might be, well, they've got a bike each, but they just haven't got a swinger each. So great to see them there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kieran Satherley and John O'Kilburn. It's just one of those things that's going through the motions. Numbers fluctuate.
Okay, so James Douglas, Harley Biddle, they're on a mission to win this. But Aaron Rose, Nigel Sturgeon, they've been down here practicing. And a bit of a start there. Aaron Rose right on the inside. And takes them out to the wall a bit. Yeah, that's given themselves a bit of breathing space.
Well, that's 3 of them that have gone out to the wall there on that turn. But now James Douglas, he fights, and underneath he's given a bit of tit for tat back.
Yeah, bit of a...
Aaron Rose took his hand off the handlebars there, just sort of protesting a wee bit, and I think it cost him that spot.
Yeah, well, a bit of a back rub for Nigel Sturgeon, but James Douglas is on his way.
Now, so it is James Douglas and Harley Biddle. They lead it out there again quite comfortably. Second place held by Sean Kerr and Dion McDonald from Ariti, followed by Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon in that third spot. The white flag comes out. Kieran Satherley, John O'Kilburn just round out the field. But James Douglas is on his way to pick up another maximum. Well, a maximum on this heat anyway. And he takes the win. 2 points go to Kerr and McDonald. And with Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon coming home in that 4th position. And we have where's our race time gone? 63.969. 63.969 is the winning time there for James Douglas and Harley Biddle. Yeah, well, that is right. They did win their first outing, Dave. I just didn't have it in front of me. So that's 2 races and 2 maximums for the Douglas Biddle combination.
Absolutely. And Aaron Rose, he got dusted off at the end, didn't he?
Well, I got a funny feeling when he came past here, he put his hand up as though he was trying to signal the referee or something about the bit of rub he's got, and it actually looked to me like it cost him that one spot, because right on the case there was Sean Kerr and Dion McDonald, and they got through.
Rightio, coming out now, 54, Bevan Nuttridge and Samaka Horn. In the red, they'll be off gate 1. Then we have 69, Tyler Fisher and Ruben Miller in the blue helmet colour off gate 2. In white will be 73, Taylor Green and Callum Innes off gate 3. And right on the outside, 78, Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield, gate 4, yellow.
Well, this is their first run as well as
Tyler
Bevan Nuttridge and well, it's all
1,
these
2, 3, 4. Yeah,
all these haven't had a run yet.
No, they haven't.
Just the way the draw falls.
Yep.
So this is the first hit out for these 4.
Yep. Wayne Bryce, James Douglas, and Sean Kerr are the ones that have had 2 rides. So the first chance for these guys to gain points
and settle the opening race nerves. Well, they're all in line, just moving the pole over. Narrow 3 there for Taylor Green. Off we go, and looks like right on the outside it's Paul Humphreys and Chris Chatfield who got the blast away from grid 4, and they lead down that back straight.
Oh, Bevan Nuttridge's gone off the track. No, he stayed on it.
In second place is Tyler Fisher and Ruben Miller on the 69 bike, and Taylor Green and Callum Innes have got a little bit of work to do at this stage. They're back in third place with Bevan Nuttridge and Mackie Horn, Samaka Horn, we should say, in that 4th position.
Yeah, bit of work to do. I know that Taylor Green have been working all year to get a combination to challenge for the trophy, but got a bit of work to do to get some points in this race.
Yeah, well, the white flag's out for Humphrey and Chatfield on the 78 bike as they go through. Still pretty tight for that second. That's where the interest is. Tyler Fisher trying to tighten the corner up and close the hole down that he did briefly open up as they go into the West Melton turn for the last time. Humphrey and Chatfield will take the win, but the late charge coming here, but it will be Fisher who gets that 3rd spot from Taylor Green. So 78. Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield take the win from the 69. A very good ride there for Tyler Fisher and Ruben Miller. 3rd place goes to Taylor Green and Callum Innes from Bevan Nuttridge and Samaka Horn. And a race time, 62, Dave, 62.988. All right, okay. Well, he didn't get any points there, but 54 has been excluded.
Right, because he
crossed the pole line over the far side. 2 wheels. They're allowed 1, but not 2.
Down the straight makes it hard to just get 1 over the. Yep.
Right. Now we're on to the flat trackers. Yep, so we've got 74. Josh Newhouse will go on gate 1 from the 351 Tony Cutler. 117 Bradley Hamburger will sit in beside him. Well, they won't. They'll be on the staggered across the line. So it says Wortman on the 92 bike on the front with Wayne Drake on the 72. Mark Galbraith 33 on the second row with Alec Frock on the 31. Vince Creech 29. Darryl Webb on the 17. Back row is Daniel Jordan on the 13A. Connor McCusker Young on the 11. Sean Cox on 10. Matt Keane on 7. And Blake Gillett on the 5 bike as they get underway. As they sort themselves out into their first corner, and it's Josh Newhouse out there leading the way from Wayne Drake. Then it looks like it's a green bike holding that third spot. Well, now he's dropped back to fourth, but it's 33. Galbraith coming through into that third position. But Josh Newenhouse still holding the lead there from 72 Wayne Drake as they come on round. 33 Mark Galbraith in that third spot from the 5 of Blake Gillard. Then we go back to 31 Alec Frock. Bradley Hamburger's in there, one trying to make a move round the top side is the 11 of Connor McCuskey. Young will call him Speedy, but will shoot back to the front of the field as this young man Josh Newenhouse leads them through. Wayne Drake still holding that second position from the 33 of Mark Galbraith. Then back and behind him there's the fast Blake Gillard. These front four have made a real break from the rest of the field. Fifth place is held by the 11 of Connor McCuskey Young as the pressure starts to come on at the front. Still Newhouse out in front. Wayne Drake just trying to tighten the corner up and get underneath him. And there, who's that? Does it looks like it's 33 Mark Galbraith going round the top side as they come out of the West Melton turn. Blake Gillard stuck in behind, and Galbraith has got through to the front over Josh Newenhouse, who's now dropped back to third, might be back in the fourth place now as they come up on the Tony Cutler. So it's Mark Galbraith leading on the 33 bike. Wayne Drake's on the Rotax is really fighting here to hang on to that second spot from the 5 of Blake Gillard. Newenhouse has dropped back to the fourth position, but they'll be comfortable there because the next one is Speedy. Now quite a way back in that fifth position as they start coming round some of these back markers. It is the white flag for the 33 of Mark Galbraith down the back straight for the last time, and it's Blake Gillard making a late charge in there on Galbraith as they come out of the West Melton turn. Can they go round there as there's a charge for the line? It'll be Galbraith that takes the win from 5 Blake Gillard. Then we go back to 72 will be, my screen's gone, the 72 Wayne Drake. It's too far forward for me.
72 is Wayne Drake. 741.
Yep, that was Josh Newhouse was the next one home
11,
from 11 Connor Cuskey Young.
31.
Then we go back to 31 Alex Frock.
13A.
I can read it up there, Dave. So
yeah, well, okay.
So 13A Daniel Jordan, the next one home. And we'll give you a time for that. 8 laps, 2:21.040, 2:21.040. A good run there from some of those flat track boys. We can pick all that up on the my laps later on for the minor placings. But certainly 33 Mark Galbraith, 5 Blake Gillard, and the 72 of Wayne Drake. And early leader Josh Newhouse set the pace in that one for qualifying for the Canterbury Flat Track Champs, sponsored by Traction Motorcycles.
Thanks, Warwick. Down here this time with the 34 bike from Wanganui, Nigel Sturgeon. You guys made a brilliant start off the inside on gate number 1, but then it was a battle after that.
Yeah, we weren't quite hitting the lines that we should have been hitting. It just didn't really go to plan. Bike didn't seem to be on song that well either, so a few things to look at.
Can't really leave the door open for especially when you've got 2 fast South Island bikes behind you hunting you down.
Yeah, no, these guys have done a lot of laps around this track. They know their lines, and yeah, you can't afford to give them any room at all. So,
as soon as you came back in the pits, you do some setup changes?
Oh yeah, we're just sort of talking over things and having a look through a little bit of change here and there.
There's quite a few crews here this weekend that are running 2 different bikes. What's the setup changes or the differences in either of these two?
Engine difference. They do handle a little bit different, but we've set them up reasonably similar. But yeah, it's just nice to have a spare if something happens.
Still picking up a valuable point for qualifying in that first race, but were you happy with how the bike was performing? It does seem to have a lot of speed.
Yeah, it didn't seem to have as much as it should, so we'll see.
All right, still look really fast to me. Good luck in round 2.
Cheers.
Thought I'd come catch up the mighty wing, mate. They know the man from the North Island's been done more racing than most people around here. How you finding it there, mate? You look sharp as always.
Yeah. Pretty glad to be back here. Thanks to Barry from City South to get us here and try these solos. But yeah, got a bit of push, but we've changed that now.
Yeah, mate, you said you got your new swinger for first season, Sam, mate. He seems to be surviving. He hasn't lost his hair yet, mate, and he's still got a smile. But you're one of those people, mate, you've got an infectious smile. It's hard not to have fun around you, mate. You know, you enjoying your season with him on the back?
Yeah, no, really enjoying it. He's been told today if he doesn't do his job, he gets a hit in the head. So I think he's on to it.
So the rules for swingers haven't changed, though. I might as well talk to him, mate, because you riders take all the glory. Hey, Sam, you're on the back, mate, and you make him wing look better than he really is. You know, it has been noticed. Well, to be honest, you're a lot more attractive, so that helps you. How you fighting on the back, mate, knowing everything's your fault?
Oh, it's always my fault. You get used to it when you're married, eh?
Yeah, mate, well, it's being a swinger, mate. People don't really know we are the glue of the team, the good-looking ones, but also everything is our fault, mate. The tyre pressure's wrong, our fault. The chain comes off, our fault. He forgot the kill switch, our fault. I believe you had a tyre pressure problem, so it was your fault in the first race, mate. What happened there?
Yeah, well, we didn't really check it too much, and we're a little bit over, so we sorted that out, and we'll see how it goes.
Mate, we'll go back to the man that thinks he runs the show. Winging up, mate. You back out for mention next heat out.
I don't know. I'll let that up to the swinger.
Oh, that's the way I just love about this team, mate. All the best for the rest of the day, mate. We'll catch up. All the best there, brother.
Thanks very much, and I hope the crowd enjoy it.
Yeah, well, thanks, Pete, for that. I think you're getting the training right down there, so there'll be no excuse when we hop back to our normal meetings. That's good stuff. Right. So we just got the boys are lined up. The gate's ready. Just a wee a hold up there.
Just check who's coming out. Doesn't sound like Vincent yet. Doesn't sound like anybody, actually. Well.
Commentators.
Here we go. No, round two.
Round two it is.
Yep. All right. We'll get through these quite quickly because they don't take so long to get round the track this time. So we've got 27B, Kenny Hamill and Kayla Mann. They haven't got much time to work out what's going right and what's going wrong. They're off gate 1 in the red. In the blue is 78 Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield off gate 2. 15 Ben Phipps and Michael Toos is off gate 3 in the white. And right on the outside is 34 Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon in the yellow. They'll be looking for some points, those boys.
Well, the team that have got to do all the gelling together, Kenny Hamill and
Kayla Mann,
just come in on the David Jones Motors bike. They're on gate 1 in the red. And away we go pretty quickly, and it's once again Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield have timed that start pretty right. They went deep into the turn but kept the momentum on, and they've got a comfortable lead already.
But Kenny Hamill and Kayla Mann, they're starting to gel now, Warwick.
Yes, they got into that second spot. And a bit of work to do for Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon, although they might do it there as Hamill just drifted out a little bit wide, but they recovered well to hold on to that second spot. Rose is in third, and then we go back to Ben Phipps and Michael Toos in that bottom. Oh! Well, a bit of a shunt there from the Roses as they came through. I think it was just a little tap there that unseated Kayla Meehan.
Yeah, she's gone
down on the track here just before the start gate. So that's red lights have come out.
It'll be something for the referees to look at.
Yep.
There's just a little bit of a touch.
Touch as they came through.
Yeah. Don't know whether it was on screen or not. We'll have to wait and see. But not very nice for young Kayla Meehan. But we've got the Zambucks there ready to look after her. She was waving her arm around, so that's good news.
Yeah. We got one ref looking for a replay.
Yeah, replay. Okay, we're just having a wee.
We'll just talk to the crowd. There's been a Toyota key handed in. There's been a child has found it. Someone on the far side of the track. If you have lost your, I think it's a Toyota key. You better come up to the control tower and we can give it to you.
Another look.
Okay,
So the
right. Well, that's a good referee. Well,
Yeah,
well, some of the
absolutely.
referees won't agree with it, but that's a good. There's a
Yeah.
bit of doubt there of what was going on, and so
All bikes back in.
he's going to put all bikes back in.
That's good to see.
So that is good to see. I mean, we're a bit generous like that, Dave, aren't we? You and
We
I?
certainly are.
We don't.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of bikes around and a lot on the track, so we like to keep them all full, all the spots full.
Well,
and
Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan got a great start off the
They did.
line, didn't they? They looked like they're gelling, but I think it'll be hot bath time tonight for Kayla. She took a pretty heavy tumble, but
yep,
young girl, she'll be right.
Right. Off they go. Oh, Paul Humphrey. Wow. Whoa. That could be costly there. I'm not sure what the refs will do with that one, because certainly the bit of impeding going on.
Well, there's a red light on.
Yep. Well, that might not be too good for the 78 team.
To wait and see what happens. Woohoo! Talk about drama. Race 7, remember
dear.
that one.
Second stoppage.
Okay, we'll just have to wait and see. But, yeah, well, Kenny Hamill and Kayla, man, they're in the wars, aren't they? They got knocked into the infield this time, knocked to the outfield last time.
Yep.
I'd love to see them all in again. We'll have to wait and see. That's why we have referees.
Well, it certainly looks like that Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan are going to be in there, because she's on there doing the gardening, wanting to get that rut right.
Oop, don't throw the stones on the junior track.
Well, it's been deemed, by the looks of things, a
full restart.
Full restart there, and satisfactory start, which it would be.
Yeah, it certainly was.
So,
okay, that's good. Got a generous ref. Feed him some more chocolate.
Well, we're right now. We'll third take of this heat. City Southland Spares and Tyres New Zealand Sidecar Championship qualifying, and Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield got it right this time. They got out in front, but so too did Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon. They made the best of that to get that second spot. Then Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan holding that third place from the Ben Phipps and Michael Toos. And certainly Paul Humphrey, but he knows this track. He's keeping the momentum up, Dave, and he's taking a wide line, and they're powering on, and no one seems to can get close to them. I see Aaron Rose is trying to follow in similar line, although he's cut down on that river turn this time. But he's still comfortable in that second position, and Kenny Hamill in third as the white flag comes out.
Yeah, well, Paul Humphrey, Chris Chatfield, they've got plenty of space between them. The battle's still on for that second and third spot. At the moment, Aaron Rose, Nigel Sturgeon, keeping out Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan. It's going to be...
The win will be 78, Paul Humphreys and Chris Chatfield get another one. From 34, Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon. 27, Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan picked that third place up, with Ben Phipps and Michael Toos in the fourth spot, and a 65.039. 65.039. So the track has really slowed up in that particular race anyway.
Yeah, I think
after a bit of maintenance.
Oh, well, Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan will be pleased to have got some points on the board this time.
Well, I think there'll be a few.
Well, 78.
Pleased with that. I think Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield will be pretty pleased that they all got called back in.
Absolutely. Well, they got maximum points now. They got 2 race wins. And 34, Aaron Rose, Nigel Sturgeon pick up 2 this time.
Well, we move on to the next heat. And yeah, all the orders all gone, Dave, but it's 47. Kieran Satherley and Jono Kilburn from Nelson who'll be in the red, go from gate 1. 8P, Rob Miller and Jackson Hannon will be in the blue, going from gate 2. Dylan Moen and Sean Mason, 27 or 3NZ in the white from gate 3, and on the outside in the yellow is 54 Bevan Nuttridge and Samaka Horn.
Yeah, well, they'll be looking for some points. They had a bit of an off last time. Well, when I say an off, they went off. The referee saw it, so they missed out on points.
They're just trying to get Kieran Southerly back off the tapes. He was just too close, just leaning on the tape, just creeping forward. Oh,
too late.
Oh, well, he didn't impede himself at all. He impeded himself, I should say. He was last away.
Yeah,
but we
fell
look at
into
the
the
front of the field there. It is Dylan Moon and Sean Mason, former solo boys that have teamed up and done particularly well in sidecar racing, leading them through. From Rob Miller and Jackson Hannon in that second spot. In the third place, it's Bevan Nuttridge and Samaka Horn trying to run down the Millers. And then we've got Kieran Southerly and John O'Kilburn just rounds out the field. But 3NZ, Dylan Moon and Sean Mason. As in a lot of these heats, Dave, the leading bike seems to get away.
Yeah, they are. They've got the racing line that they can pick. They can go wherever they like, and well, they're good bikes that are leading. Wait till we see these ones line up against unbeaten teams. That'll be where the interest really starts to go.
Well, down the Robson's liquid waste space for the last time. It is the 27 bike of Dylan Moon and Sean Mason who'll get the checkered flag. Second home will be Rob Miller and Jackson Hannon on the 8P. And then it goes to 54, Bevan Nuttridge and Samaka Horn who'll take that third place with Kieran Southerly and John O'Kilburn rounding out the field. 64-262, 64-262 is the race time. So as the boys come back, great to see those of you in the crowd give them a bit of an applause as they come round, showing your appreciation for the boys. It's a pretty hard fought, some of these heats. And the points are very, very valuable. Well, the tapes are down, the lines are marked.
Race 9 coming out now. In the red will be 73, Taylor Green, Callum Innes off gate 1. Callum's getting off to do some gardening. You want to fill in that rut because that's what happened with Kieran, was it?
Kieran Southerly.
Yeah, they fell into that hole and touched the tapes, and it really messed up their race. 19 is Scott Ado and Raymond Nakora Ballock. They're off gate 2 in the blue. 44, the Flyer, James Douglas and Harley Biddle in the white off gate 3. And Jamie Moon and Patrick. This is a good race.
This is a tough race.
This is a real good race. 2NZ, Jamie Moon and Patrick Larson in the yellow off gate 4. This is a big race.
Yeah, well, keep your eyes on the first turn as these boys go in. The meat and the sandwich might be the 19 of Scott Ato, but as they get away, up on the top side, but Taylor Green and Callum Innes made a good start down low. They've been matched higher up by James Douglas and Harley Biddle as they go into the turn, and it's Green holding that, but he's left the door open and Jamie Moon's trying to push through. Still Taylor Green and Callum Innes out in front for Jamie Moon and Patrick Larson. They're tightened up the corner and they're chasing along there hard. James Douglas, Harley Biddle recovered themselves to hold on to that third position, but they've slipped a couple of bikes away as they come down the start-finish straight now. About a bike left in it. Taylor Green just pairing out of that turn with speed. He gains a couple of bike lengths over Jamie Moon and Patrick Larson. James Douglas, Harley Biddle a wee bit further back in that third spot as the white flag comes out. This looks like it'll be maximum points for Taylor Green, Dave. He certainly needs them.
Yeah, sure does. This is really going to put the cat among the pigeons. So Taylor Green will come in through first. Then it'll be Jamie Moore and Patrick Larson, followed by James Douglas and Harley Biddle. Really has changed things around.
64.681. 64.681 was the winning time there for Taylor Green and Callum Innes, and you'd have to say that, Dave, they had to work for that, particularly in that first lap.
I'll tell you what, the start's all important, isn't it? They got the start, and they really had to work for it.
Well, Jamie Moon, and that was outside, and then James Douglas was coming in behind them as well, so it was nearly 3 wide out of that turn, but it was good riding by Taylor Green to hold on and secure that spot at the head of the field.
Yeah, I think he'll be pretty pleased about that.
So we're on to race 10 from the City South Band Spares and Tyres. Qualifying night for the New Zealand Sidecar Championship. And we should see in red 6A from Auckland, Peter Adams and Travis Thompson from gate 1. 86K, Kerry Morgan and Jason Herrer in the blue will go from gate 2. 69, the local boys, there was 2 local teams there. 69, Tyler Fisher and Ruben Miller in the white from gate 3. And on the outside is the 9C of Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow wearing yellow from gate 4.
Okay,
You want to take them away?
Okay, starters underway now. They're all happy and it's a good start. And who's it going to be? Tyler, right from the outside is going to be Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow that takes it away at the moment. They've got to watch out for inside of them Kerry Morgan, Jason Herrer. Then we've got Tyler Fisher, Ruben Miller in 3rd place. They've been hunted down at the moment by Peter Adams and Travis Thompson. You can throw a blanket over them at the moment. Bruce Savage, Stephen Burrow, just got a handy wee lead there up the straight there. 2nd and 3rd, a real battle going on there. Kerry Morgan, Jason Herrer holding that 2nd position at the moment. Tyler Fisher, Ruben Miller looking to find a way past. But Bruce Savage, he's going to have to watch his back because Kerry Morgan was getting closer and closer.
Yeah, they're there. Bruce Savage comes down. He just seems to have a little bit of issue getting out of that river turn. He drifts wide and gets a wee bit crossed up, but he's done it better this time. And he leads down the Moore Park Speedway main straight for the last run. Swings through the West Melton turn. It will be 9. Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow take the win, and a good ride there for that 2nd spot. That's well fought out. Kerry Morgan and Jason Herrer getting that 2nd position. And another good run there. They tried and tried. Tyler Fisher and Ruben Miller coming home in that 3rd spot ahead of Peter Evans and Travis Thompson. 65.304. 65.304 is the race time.
Yeah, well, that was probably the race of the night, wasn't it? It was pretty close all the way through. Nobody could rest on their laurels, that's for sure.
Probably just a little bit of work to do for Bruce Savage to tidy up the exit from particularly that river turn. It just seems to get a little bit crossed up and scrubs off quite a bit of speed. But he did manage to hang on to that.
They're still on maximum points from their races so far, Warwick, so they've got to be happy with that, I guess.
Oh, they certainly will be. So where are we now?
So
Another
this is
sidecar.
race 11, the end of this round, round 2. So Carl Foster, Alan Clarkson in the 16 will be off gate 1 in the red. Next to them will be 48, Sean Kerr and Dale McDonald with the blue helmet colour. They're off gate 2. On gate 3 will be 5, Kieran Payne and Sam McNaught off gate 3 in the white. And right on the outside, Ben Morris, Graham Partridge off gate 4 in the yellow.
Well, a fair bit of work you're doing down there with Alan Clarkson pushing the starting line nice and firm for Carl Foster.
They've started really close to the inside there. Warwick kicked out of those ruts.
Yeah, Ben Morris has moved down a wee bit on grid 4 as they get underway. And as they head right on that corner. Oh! Well, Ben Morris tried to come across. Oh, Kieran Payne got pushed across almost across the pole line there. Well, just they've let them run.
Oh, that was exciting stuff.
But so out in front it is Sean Kerr and Dale McDonald from Aridi Park leading the way. Carl Foster, Alan Clarkson have got that 2nd position. And then our friend Wingnut and Sam McNaught are holding the 3rd spot, and charging through is Ben Morris and Graham Partridge trying to make up from that bad start they had. And they're certainly going to put the pressure on for the 3rd spot. That's where the action is. No one's going to get near Sean Kerr and Dale McDonald at this stage as the white flag comes out. Carl Foster Alan Clarkson comfortable in second, but that third spot's going to be well and truly hard fought as Ben Morris and Graham Partridge just pushed through underneath Wingnut, but he tries to fight back, but he's lost out there. Meanwhile, we go to the front of the field. It'll be a good win there to Sean Kerr and Dion McDonald. From 16, Carl Foster and Alan Clarkson, and making up for a bit of a trouble at the start was Ben Morris and Graham Partridge, who came in third ahead of Wingnut and Sam McNaught. 65.209. 65.209 is the winner's time.
I'll get these points in, Warwick, and I'll let you know that's the end of round 2. But there's a couple of riders there that have had a couple of extra races, so that makes a bit of a difference. Just the way tomorrow night's going to be great because everybody races each other once, and there's none of that mucking around with
that's the
odd heats and that sort of thing. So
it'll be the traditional FIM 16 rider format. Right, well, the flat track has come out again, and this time where we'll see 27 Josh Blomqvist should be on the front row. Alongside him, the 55A bike from Auckland of Mitch Brady. And oh, goodness me, what a draw. Blake Gillard on the front row as well. Second row back, 13A of Daniel Jordan, the 72 of Wayne Drake, the 741 of Josh Neuenhuis, the 11 bike of Connor McCuskey-Young, and the 7 of Matt Keane. On the back row will be 351 Tony Cutler, 25 Creechy, 31 Frocky, and Matthew Wharton on the 92A as they get underway here for the second heat of the Canterbury Flat Track Championship qualifying round, sponsored by Traction Motorcycles. And it is Blake Gillard who gets himself into the front there. 55 of Mitch Brady holding that second position, and there comes Josh Neuenhuis moving through into that third spot. 72 Wayne Drake holds the fourth position as they go down the back straight and swing into the river turn. Blake Gillard's got a good line out wide as they go through. Connor McCuskey-Young or Speedy's just rounded up the 13 of Daniel Jordan to move up into that fifth position, although he's swung out and drifted a wee bit wide. In behind him will be the 29 of Alec Frock. And then we go back to, I think it'll be the 27 of Josh Blomqvist, followed by Matt Keane. And the Vince Creech comes through. Then the 92 of Matthew Wharton and Tony Cutler, but we quickly turn over and there's some pressure on. Blake Gillard's out in front, but it's Wayne Drake trying to come through underneath the 55 of Mitch Brady, and he moves up into the second spot. There's Josh Neuenhuis moves up too, but Brady's got him back as they go down that National Steel back straight. Now Neuenhuis moves into that third position. Blake Gillard is on a mission in this one. Wayne Drake can't seem to get any closer. But Neuenhuis holds that third position as Brady drops back. Connor McCuskey-Young or Speedy holds the fifth spot at this stage. So no real change as they get past Tony Cutler. There comes Daniel Jordan on the 13, Alec Frock 31, Vince Creech 29, Matt Keane 7, 27 Josh Blomqvist as Blake Gillard leads them through. They're just going past the 92 of Wortman as they get the white flag. So he's down the back straight for the last time. And it will be Blake Gillard who comes through on the 5 bike to take the win from 72 Wayne Drake. Josh Neuenhuis will be in that third position. Then we go back to the 55 of Mitch Brady. 11 Connor McCuskey-Young, the next one home in fifth spot from the 13 of Daniel Jordan. Then it'll be the 31 of Alec Frock, the 29 of Vince Creech, followed by the 7 of Matt Keane, the 27 of Josh Blomqvist, the 92 of Matthew Wortman, and 351 Tony Cutler. And the race time 221.069, 221.069, and these are 8-lap races. And I'll just look in my book of words here and see. Well, Cormac Buchanan holds the 8-lap time at 220.231. So they're just about a second or more outside that, but it was certainly a quick time. Now we sound like we've got the Vincents out there as they go round.
Well, this is a blast from the past. They'll have a wee look at the track. Give them a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big effort from these guys. Brought them over from Australia. And
well, I remember when you were racing, Dave, there was a couple of these racing at Templeton.
Les Dwight Jr.
and Les Dwight and Les Dwight Jr.
Yeah.
They were both had them. I'm not sure whether the French boys actually ran one for a couple of seasons or not, but they had a real distinctive sound.
They sure did.
So we can tell you that...
And they were slightly mad.
13.
That wasn't the bikes, that was the riders.
13, Dennis Nash has got Nathaniel Parsons on with him. We just got to figure out whether we can pick them up. The 23, Darren Nash, has got Bailey Partridge on, and then Bailey's got the 69 on his back, so that's okay, because that's got no number on the front of it. So 13, down on gate 1, Dennis Nash and Nathaniel Parsons. On the outside, I'm not sure who we got on the outside. Can't see anything on there. We know that Bailey Partridge is on the 23 with Darren Nash on gate 3. 424 is Rory McEnroe and Darren Turner going in on gate 2. So that must mean it's 35 on the outside, which is Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter. Well, it looks like Bailey Lily's got to do a little bit of pushing to get this HRD. 1948, HRD Vincent back on compression and another start.
I think the kill switch came out. Oh, that'd be a mongrel of a thing to get going, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they might need another pusher.
Yeah, I reckon.
That happened at practice last night. One of them took quite a bit to get going. Anyway, they'll give it their best. Darren Nash and Bailey Partridge. A bit of information in the program about these boys and what they've done in their sidecar careers.
I think we need somebody to help them out there. Yeah,
Yep, they're going to go and give them a hand.
Yeah, all the swingers get off. They help each other out.
Just trying to roll them back on compression. Put their foot
needs a tow bar on it.
Foot on the wheel, just rocking it back. Now we'll give her a push forward. Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, that'd be a bit frustrating. Worth the wait, though, Warwick.
Well, yep, it will be. Well, it's just the sound of all of them going round, really.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Have we got going? Gave him a push with the bike, did he? Good stuff. There we go. That's awesome.
Oh, no.
Stopped again.
Stopped again.
Rolling start. We'll have a rolling start.
No, they're going to flag it.
What a shame.
Oh, dear.
Never mind.
Well, I'm sure they'll be working on it in the
interim
to try and get that going again. But at least we've got 3 of them, and you listen to these when they get round the track.
I've got Warwick here. They don't have transponders on, but Warwick's going to take some timing here. Warwick.
Is he? All right, that's
the
good.
other Warwick.
Yep.
He'll get a time for us and just give a bit of comparison how things have changed over the years.
They moan about the noise at Templeton. You would have went and listened when they had these things going. Oh, a bit of a wheel stand there from the 13 bike of Dennis Nash and Nathaniel Parsons. But that's the sound we were used to. And then if you're outside, you could smell them too.
Yeah.
As they come round.
Well, we won't worry about crossing the pole line.
So that's 35, Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter out in the front there. Just going down the Moore Park back straight. Coming through into the West Melton turn, as we call it. Oh, that 13 bikes catching them. That's Dennis Nash and Nathaniel Parsons. They've got a bit of pace on, and then we go back to the 17 of Rory McElroy and Daniel Turner. Sticking nice and close to that pole line. They get the white flag. So they're on their way home. The mighty Vincents. They closed up a little bit that corner. Oh. Not missing a beat, are we, Dave?
No, I don't think so. I think we're still going. Hello, we've got another bike going.
Oh, it's fired up again.
Yeah.
So as they come on round, it'll be the 35. It picks up the so-called win from 13 and 17. So that is 35, Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter leading the first demonstration race home from 13, Dennis Nash and Nathaniel Parsons, and 17, Roy McEnroe
We've got
and Darren Turner in third, and we just didn't have that 23 was a non-starter.
Yeah, shame there, but
a time?
I've got it going. A time of 77.47.
Hessel's Poultry Farm is a family-run business situated in the heart of the Horowhenua that produce over 800,000 eggs a week to your community. With 60 years experience, this fourth-generation business know how to look after their customers. They truly are locals looking after locals all over New Zealand. Head into your local supermarket and make sure you ask for New Day free-range eggs or morning harvest eggs. Hessel's Poultry Farm supply fresh, quality eggs to your local community. They are the pride of Foxton. Everyone has accidents, but thankfully, there is always someone there that can help fix your problem. Fraser and the team from Elite Wheels in Christchurch can put your wheels back to the way they should be with state-of-the-art equipment and operators that will have you back motoring in no time. Custom fabrications is their specialty, from wheel manufacturing and whitening to suspension manufacturing and modification. Elite Wheels have you sorted. Elite Wheels is also the preferred repairer for all major insurance companies. Drop down and see the team at Elite Wheels, 240 Annex Road, Christchurch.
Yeah, we got the 9C bike this time of Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow, proving to be one of the quick bikes in qualifying, 2 straight race wins.
Yeah, we're going okay compared to what we did at the last meeting. We couldn't get the bike to go around the corner. This time it's going around pretty good.
Travac track is definitely providing a lot of dirt out there at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty challenging. There's a few little holes and a lot of loose dirt, but the track's good otherwise.
Just having a look behind us here, you can see in the pit area, just got the file out there trying to do a bit of work to the fairing.
Yeah, the radiator overflow hose is getting jammed in there, so thought we better give it a bit of clearance.
2 race wins so far. That takes the pressure off for qualifying.
Yeah, a little bit, but we'll still go out there and do what we have to do. You know, go there to win.
Well, it's also valuable setup knowledge for tomorrow as well.
Yeah, definitely. We've just been playing around a little bit with setup, and we're finally getting it there, aren't we, Stefan? It's taken a bit.
Stefan, there's been some very tight racing already in this qualifying. I'll just get you to come this way. Hanging off the back of the bike gets a little bit tight.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, the man I'm with, he's got great bar work, so I just try not to take the bars away from him. That's the biggest mistake I can make, and just leave the bars in his hands, and I just make my movements when I have to. And we've come to realise when that time is. Like Bruce was saying, we made a meal of it last time out, so yeah, to finally get the setup and the bike pretty close, yeah, we're pretty happy with it. We've still got a wee bit to go, so yeah.
How long have you both been as a pairing?
We started it up with each other last season. Yeah, Bruce is hard on his swingers, so I think I was the next one on the bench, I think.
What would it mean to you guys to grab a small number here after tomorrow night?
Excuse me, what was that?
What would it mean to you to grab a top 3 tomorrow night?
Oh, massive. Yeah, that's why everybody's here. It's massive to everybody. Otherwise, you know, the boys wouldn't be turning up. So, yeah, this is Bruce's 3rd season, so, you know, like... you know, yeah, it'd be great for Bruce. Yeah, Bruce's dad raced sidecars back in the day, a few generation ago at Puna here in Christchurch. So the apple hasn't fallen too far from the tree.
Hey, well, it's going to plan so far tonight. I'll let you guys get back to that very technical work with that file to sort that fairing out, and good luck for the rest of your races here tonight.
Thank you very much.
I thought I'd come catch up with the 19i. I was Scott Ado. He's having a bit rough there. We talked to his swinger, but he's off trying to get Owen's signature. So, I know you've been working down there hard in Invercargill as a team. How you going out there, Scott?
Yeah, not too bad. Just need to get a couple more results to go our way, and then hopefully we can qualify, which will be that's the aim of the game for this weekend.
I know you've always been making many a trip up here, putting in the hard yards, and each race, mate, you've improved, you've kept building. Definitely 19i, you weren't the greatest gator. Now you're kind of a threat there at the gate, mate. What's changed?
Oh, sorry, I'm going to have to give a bit of credit to Erwin Tree. Actually, he gave me a couple of pointers, so much appreciated for that. But, it's gone a lot better than sort of what we had in the past couple of seasons, so, yeah.
Your starting style reminds me of Erwin Tree, but you're a lot faster, so that's quite good to see. It's definitely good to see something in Invercargill, show him how it's done. I know he's in the crowd and he'd be, cheering you on. Your swinger there, he's struggling for words. You must be scaring him a wee bit, or is he just a bit intimidated?
Nah, probably just a bit intimidated. He's a bit shy until you get a few tins into him, then he opens up like a karaoke machine.
As a swinger, he'll eventually come right. But you got a few sponsors have obviously made this possible, amount of travelling, do you know, and you want to put a bit of thanks into?
Yeah, I do actually. I've got Aaron from Hyde Marine, my dad and mum at Ado's Dairy, at the Evanall, Moose from Town and Country, Joel from JR Plastering, the guys at Food at Clifton, Glenn from Sterling Autos, and you've got the boys at Fisher Windows and Doors.
Another thing we're going to point out, I just want to show you, he's got a loyal pit crew of loyal manservants that are dedicated to this team. These guys do a lot of work behind the background and don't get much credit, mate, so I thought I'd better put a sunlight on them.
Yeah, I got the old man, he does a great job, and I got Ramon's there, Jamie, so we've been mates since way back. So because I got Ramon on board, it was a 2-for-1 package kind of thing, so he's doing a fantastic job, so thank you.
Mate, all the best the rest of the day, mate. Cheers, Scott.
Yeah, we've got the 73C bike. Taylor Green, you guys had a tough first ride, 1 point, bounced back with a great win.
Yeah, look, that first one, we just missed the gate, we're out the back, and it's only qualifying, so we didn't throw anything stupid at it, took the third, and needed the points in that second one, and got the gate and seemed to get out the front and go.
Bike's definitely got the pace.
Yeah, definitely. Like I was saying before, Dad puts everything into these, and our gear's good enough as anyone else's here.
You got a pretty good guy on the back of this bike too, with Callum Innes.
Yeah, look, couldn't do it without Callum, obviously, and we're gelling well and building on what we got.
We can't even claim him as a North Islander anymore because he's living down in the deep south.
Yeah, we've stolen him. He's a South Islander now.
Yeah, he said to me he's never moving back.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
So 4 points in the bag, just a couple more solid races will put you into that top 12, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Ideally, we'd like to go into that top 12 and I have to do the semi-final, but it's 2 more races to go. Anything could happen.
Yeah, it certainly can. Thanks.
Rightio, here we go. Race 12. Thanks, Mike. 15, Ben Phipps, Michael Toos. They'll be off gate 1. They're looking for some real points here. They've got none at the moment, so they'll be really hunting some points down. Jamie Moore and Patrick Larson, they're off gate 2 in the blue. Then we have 33, Wayne Bryce, Brandon DeGarnham Riley, off gate 3 in the white. And 47, Kieran Satherley, John O'Kilburn, off gate 4 in the yellow.
Well, racing we go, and a good start there from Jamie Millen from gate 2, gets out there. Oh, she's tight for that second spot. Looks like Kieran Satherley and John O'Kilburn went round the top side. Wayne Bryce and Brandon DeGarnham on the 33 came through underneath, and it looks like they've secured that second position. And then Kieran Satherley just dropped to the tail of the field for some reason. Young Ben Phipps and Michael Toos have snatched that third spot from them.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt who's in front. It's 2NZ once again leading the way. They've only dropped 1 point so far to Taylor Green, but they're making every pace to winner now.
Well, Wayne Bryce will be welcoming a couple of points here if he stays there in the second spot as the white flag comes out. So Millen and Larson, they straighten up down that straight.
Got a smoker.
Whoop. Looks like Ben Phipps has just come in with Michael Toos. Something's let it go there, but we go back to the front of the field and the checkered flag comes out for Jamie Millen. and Patrick Larson. It'll be second place to Wayne Bryce and Brandon DeGarn and Riley and Kieran Satherley. And John O'Colburn will pick up a point as we get a DNF, unfortunately, for Ben Phipps and Michael Toos. A 65.021. 65.021 is the winning time. So, yep, Jamie Moon and Patrick Larson already enjoy that one, picking up another set of maximum points, as will Wayne Bryce and Brandon DeGarn and Riley, because I think, Dave, that they were a bit...
Yeah, they've only got 3 points in total so far, yeah. So they're struggling to get into that top 12. Get into the top 12, you go straight through, and then it's...
some semi-finals, isn't it?
She's all on, yep. Rightio, race 13.
Well, just looking for something out there is whether something came off the Phipps bike or not. But they're having a wee look around. Or might be off someone's bike, but...
44, James Douglas and Harley Biddle. They'll be off gate 1 in the red. Next to them will be 23, Ben Morris, Graham Partridge, off gate 2 in blue. Coming into line there right now. Then we have in white, 78, Paul Humphreys, Chris Chatfield off gate 3. And right on the outside, they've had a bit of a tough day as well. Peter Adams and Travis Thompson on the outside in the yellow.
And they're on the spare David Jones Motors bike, the 27B bike. There was 2 of them here. They're on the spare one, and they put the 6A on the front and on the side for us.
Well,
So that was the 20
yellow helmets, which is good.
Yeah, 27B was the Hamill bike team.
Okay, and it's a good start on the inside there from James Douglas. She's all on at the back. James Douglas has got out of there pretty well.
Yeah, it's a bit of contact between the 23 of Ben Morris and Paul Humphreys and Chris Chatfield, and they dropped to the tail of the field, so they've got a wee bit of work to do there. Meanwhile, James Douglas and Harley Biddle, they've set the tone in this one. Ben Morris, Graham Partridge just went out wide in that corner, but they're still in a good, comfortable second place, and here comes the challenge for third. But Kenny, what's his name?
Peter Adams.
Peter Adams are just keeping that tight line there, and Paul Humphreys and Chris Chatfield just having trouble getting through, and they're just tailing at the end of the field. The white flag's out for James Douglas and Harley Biddle. The good one there for them, and looks like Paul Humphreys and Chris Chatfield are just cruising along here at the tail of the field, not going to make any impression.
Well, they've had 2 wins so far. It can be a cruel sport, Speedway.
Well, 44 take the win there. James Douglas and Harley Biddle get the win, with second home being Ben Morris and Graham Partridge. And then it will be the 6A of Peter Adams and Travis Thompson who comes into that third spot, with uncharacteristically Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield in that 4th position. Might have to get Michael Pete to just catch up there and see if they did have something more than just a problem there. They got a wee bang at the start. Race time 64.489. 64.489 was the winning time for James Douglas and Harley Biddle.
And that's their last race for the day. Pretty sure they'll qualify.
We've just had a message of whatever happened 15C. Ben Phipps and Michael Toos are out.
Yeah, it didn't look. It looked a little bit terminal.
Yep, not too good there. So we go on to race 14.
Yes, we've got 69. Tyler Fisher and Ruben Miller will be off gate 1 in the red helmet colours. Next to them, Aaron Rose, Nigel Sturgeon. They've had a checkered day today. They'll be off gate 2 in the blue. Then there'll be 8, Rob Miller and Jackson Hannon on the white off gate 3. Right on the outside is Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan.
No, 16, Carl Foster.
Sorry, looking at the wrong thing. That's next race.
Carl Foster.
Carl Foster and Alan Clarkson will be in the yellow off gate 4.
Starters are happy, they moved away and they've gone off to a good start and a good one down on the inside by young Tyler Fisher and Ruben Miller. They lead out of the turns 1 and 2 down the back straight. So they got a green bike, so that'll be Carl Foster and Alan Clarkson holding that second position just ahead of Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon on the 34 V bike. And rounding out the field will be the 8 of Rob Miller and Jackson Hannon. With this youngster from Christchurch here, Tyler Fisher, he's really stretched the legs in this one again, as we've seen. Once they get a start, Dave, it's a good track, and they're pulling away.
It's pretty hard to peg them back, that's for sure. So they've only been going a couple of years, these two, but doing very well at the moment. Tyler Fisher, Ruben Miller, 1 lap to go.
So they straighten up down the National Steel back straight for the last time, comfortably into the West Melton turn. It'll be another win and maximum points here. 269, Tyler Fisher and Ruben Miller. 16, Carl Foster and Alan Clarkson will get that second spot from the 34 of Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon. Leading home Rob Miller and Jackson Hannon. A 65.153. 65.153 is the race time for the winning bike, Tyler Fisher and Ruben Miller. You're going to wonder why we need all the times, Dave, and that's simply because with the format, when we get down to the nitty-gritty for finding those final places, if there's a tie and they haven't, they've all got the same wins and they can't be sorted out by who beat who, they hadn't met each other, it has to come down to the fastest lap,
which is not the most ideal, but it's the only fair way.
Yep,
really.
But there's a bit of work to do before it gets that far.
Yeah.
But
well,
yeah.
Okay, we've got race 15 here now, and 5P, Kieran Payne and Sam McNaught. They'll be off gate 1 in the red helmet colours. Then we've got 54, Bevan Nuttridge, Simaka Horn, off gate 2 in the blue. Then we've got 19, Scott Ado, Raymond Makora Ballack, off gate 3 in the white. And right on the outside, this time it's Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan.
Ramon,
we've got to get that right. Ramon.
Yep.
That's why we call him
Bollocks.
Bollocks. Yeah. Okay, Ramon. I've got to get that right.
Yeah,
Ramon
with an H.
Nakora Ballack.
Yep. Right, racing they go. Oh, good start from the top side. From the 27 of Kerry Hallam and Kayla Meehan. Can they hang on to it as they go down the back straight? Looks like Bevan Nuttridge sitting in there with Samaka Horn holding that second position, but they've got a bit of pressure on by is it Wingnut? Yep, Kieran Payne and Sam McNaught putting some pressure on, but they've dropped back into that third position. Scott Aito and Ramon hold that fourth position, but Kenny Hallam and Kayla Meehan, a little bit of trouble earlier today, but they've got that dialed in now, Dave.
They certainly have. They've got plenty of power in that sidecar. They've just got to get that combination going, and it seems to be looking pretty good at the moment.
Well, they're leading as the white flag comes out. Nuttridge in that second spot. Wingnut holding third. And Scott Ado's making a desperate charge to try and get that last point on offer as they all go down the back straight for the last time. Wee bit of washout on the front of Kerry Hannum, but he'll take the win. Maximum points. It'll be Bevan Nuttridge and Samaka Horn that come home in that second spot from Wingnut and Sam Manook in third, with Scott Aito and Ramon Ballack rounding out the field in that fourth position. 66.297. 66.297 was the winning time. So some good points there for Kenny Hallam and Kayla Meehan. taking out that win in that race 15. So City South fans, spares and tyres, race 16 coming up.
Yeah, that's the last one of this round. So we've got 27, Dylan Moore and Sean Mason up. Just coming up on the board there. A bit quick on the thing.
Just
Here we go. 27, Dylan Moore and Sean Mason coming out now. They'll be in the red off gate 1. 9, Bruce Savage, Stephen Burrow, they'll be in blue off gate 2, doing the gardening down there. Stephen Burrow's doing some gardening down there. 86 is Kerry Morgan and Jason Hera. They'll be off gate 3 in the white. And right on the outside, Taylor Green, Callum Innes in yellow. What can they do from the outside? Plenty of people come around the outside, Warwick, haven't there?
Yes, they have. Well, the last one to come in down there is Dylan Moore and Sean Mason. He's got his hand up, getting himself settled, doing held on. The starters are happy. They move away. And a good start down from the inside from Dylan Moore and Sean Mason to get the early lead in this one. The battle on for that second spot as Taylor Green and Callum Innes put the pressure on Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow and come through on the inside to secure that second spot. Bruce Savage working that hard in the third place, and he's now going to have some work to do.
Competition.
Kerry Morgan and Jason Herrera. Whoa, they come infield.
Yeah, I think they touched up with Bruce Savage and
came in, did they?
Yeah.
I wasn't quite watching them, but yeah, unfortunately for them, this race is over.
Yeah, the referee's having a look at that, but they're not stopping it.
Yes, they are.
Oh, they are stopping it. Had a bit of a talk about it. So Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow just crossed up a little, and Kerry Morgan, Jason Hera.
Replay coming up.
Okay.
Oh, this is for the pits viewers that will see it. Oh, yeah, they got a wee bit out of shape there coming down the straight, and they went into the turn, and yep, they did slow up a little bit.
And they cut through on the inside, nowhere for
Kerry Morgan and Jason Hera to go. We'll just wait for the referee's decision.
They haven't asked for a look at this yet, so see how it goes. But yeah, pretty willing out there, Warwick.
Yep, we're getting
big talks. It's a bit unusual to stop a race halfway through, but you can see where
they were impeded. They're certainly
you can see there
forced infield.
Yeah.
So we'll
know where to go. I thought they'd actually hit them, but they didn't.
No.
So it was a bit unusual for Bruce Savage to be. They've had 2 wins so far. So there's a few there that have had wins and have come out second best. It's a pretty open championship. Well, it's not the championship yet, but it's going to be an open championship, I'm sure.
Well, there's some discussion going on down there. Yes, Bruce is shaking his head. They might be. might
have been informed of
that he's out. We haven't
had any.
Haven't heard
anything from the ref yet. They said that they'll let us know
what's happening
when exclusions happened.
Yeah, 9 excluded, impeded the other rider.
Yep,
there we go.
That's as we saw it. 9's been excluded, deemed to be impeding the other rider when they bogged down in that turn.
Yeah, a bit frustrating for them, but I think they'll still go through. They've got 2 races in hand, so they've got 6 points at the moment, 2 wins.
Yep. Well, these things happen, and it always happens at championships.
Certainly does. Had some good racing though, haven't we?
Yes, it has. Like you say, the starts, the leaders got away. It's a battle for that first. Out of that first turn and perhaps the first lap, but then in behind there's some real competition for the minor placings.
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, everybody wants those points. You think it's hot today, you wait till tomorrow, and they really do need those points.
A bit of fuel being topped up, and just a chance for those engines to cool down slightly. They had, what were they on the 3rd lap, Dave?
Yeah,
I think they were
something like that. Yeah.
So I better write that down.
Yeah, big ride-up coming up.
No.
You're going to work all night tonight?
No, I can wait.
So the referees are still
No, they've made their decision.
delivering their, letting people know. But Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow, they're in the middle. They know where they are. They're just getting the others be into line soon.
So
There's a bit more room at that first corner now.
Oh, there will be. There will be. There's no one in gate 2.
I thought that Taylor Green was going to go right round the outside, but he got in that dirt and then he cut through onto the inside, which got him into that second position. The battle was going on for third and fourth. That's where the drama happened. Rightio. We have Dylan Moore and Sean Mason. They'll be off gate 1. Nobody on gate 2. Bruce Stavage, Stephen Burrow looking from the inside. Infield, they've been given the red card. 86, Kerry Morgan, Jason Hera off gate 3 in the white. Just waiting for Dylan Moore and Sean Mason to come in. Taylor Green, Callum Innes on gate 4 in the yellow. They're all ready to go. All right, pretty important that you don't roll into those tapes.
Yep.
Well, good start there from Sean Mason on the inside. Taylor Green's decided to go right around the outside this time, but it didn't do him any good. He's looking a bit dodgy there. Yep. Oh, we're going to lose a man. He's going to lose. Yeah.
Something happened there. There's a few bits and pieces came off.
No, we're going to have to stop it. They're deemed into a bit of a...
Yeah, not sure what happened there. No. We'll just see if the pits replay caught that, but they certainly bobbled and bounced around over the far side.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
Yep. Yeah, we saw that. There's debris on the track. You did see bits and pieces fly off there. So that's why they've gone red. But it's more interesting to see what happened. They looked quite untidy on the bike, Dave.
Yeah, it just got a bit messy, didn't it?
Coming out of that turn, they got a bit messy. So, well, here's a replay those at home can see.
Yeah, did they touch the wall? Bit hard to tell. They certainly got out of shape big time.
I think when the other bike came through.
Yeah, there we go. That's pretty clever.
Yep.
Backing up the backing up the replay.
Yeah, they're out wide on the top side of the track, and when they tried to come down, the 86 bike of Kerry Morgan and Jason Hera had filled the hole, and you'll just see them just make a little contact on the front wheel.
Yeah, they just got badly out of shape there.
Yep.
But they're allowed back in.
Yep.
Well, he's a good ref. I like this ref. That man deserves chocolate tonight.
Well, he did say the reason that went red was because of the debris that was flying off and landing on the track. So that means there was
nobody stopped it.
No fault there.
I think they're pretty fortunate. But that's good. Rightio, Dylan Moore on the inside. Then we have Kerry Morgan and Taylor Green right on the outside. Here we go. Take 3. And it's a good start once again from Dylan Moore. Taylor Green trying that same line around the outside. He's got into that second position. He'll have to work hard to get past Dylan Moore though.
He's sitting out a wee bit wider on the track. And Kerry Morgan was looking. He's just watching. Well, he didn't get to exit out of that turn quite that well, so Taylor Green's got a wee bit of more space between them, but he's still sitting out a little higher. Morgan comes down a wee bit lower, but there's no doubt about our front runners. Dylan Moore and Sean Mason got a very comfortable lead at this stage from Taylor Green and Callum Innes, and then Kerry Morgan and Jason Hera as the white flag comes out. So out of the river turn they go.
Yeah, the challenge for second and third has gone a bit quiet. Taylor Green is pretty comfortable in that second position now, but it's going to be Dylan Moen come home in that first place. Taylor Green will pick up the second.
And 86, Kerry Morgan and Jason Hera fill in that third spot with a race time of 65.391, 65.391. The winning time for Dylan Moen and Sean Mason.
So another 3 points for Dylan Moen and Sean Mason. That's a maximum so far, 3 out of 3.
Yeah, so we have a bit of disappointment there for Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow. I don't know whether they struck a wee problem that caused the bike to slow and impeding the Morgan team. But now we come and we see the flat trackers coming out for the Heat 3. Such a big field of them. So on the front row in this one, we'll see the 10C of Sean Cox. The 17 Christchurch bike of Darryl Webb. Then the 11 bike of Connor McCuskey Young. The 29 of Vince Creech. And on the outside will be the 35 of Mark Galbraith. Second row, the Blake Gillard on 5. No Scammell here, so that'll be empty, and Tony Cutler. They'll be the 2 on 351. And on the back row, it'll be 55 Mitch Brady, the 117 of Bradley Hamburger, the 72 of Wayne Drake, and the 27 of Josh Blomqvist. That's as they'll line up for Heat 3 of the Traction Motorcycles flat track qualifying here at Moore Park. Racing we go. And it's Connor McCuskey Young who makes into the turn first, but he swept up pretty wide. And then that'll be, well, who would it be who's coming through there? We'll pick it up as he come round. It was the 33 Mark Galbraith on the KTM with Blake Gillard in behind Connor McCuskey Young. They're going to round him up in a hurry. And it looks like it's Mark Galbraith who shot through to the lead, and there comes Blake Gillard, and he's shot through on the inside as well. So it's now Gillard from Galbraith and Connor McCuskey Young. And we go back to the fourth place, the 72 of Wayne Drake, 17 of Darryl Webb, the 55 of Mitch Brady is in that front pack as well as they go through. But we keep our eyes on the front of the field, and it is Blake Gillard leading Mark Galbraith. Speedy still holding a third spot, but he's coming into the clutch of the 72 of Wayne Drake very shortly as they go down that back straight. Once again, the first 4 have made a break from the west of the field. And Gillard, Galbraith, Speedy, Drake in that fifth spot's the 55 of Mitch Brady, followed by the 29 of Vince Creech. Darryl Webb's in there as well, Josh Blomqvist, Sean Cox and Tony Cutler. But no change in the front pack. The only thing is the Rotax on the 72 bike of Wayne Drake's just closing up a little bit on Speedy, which is Connor McCuskey Young. As they come through that river turn. At Gillard, Galbraith, McCuskey Young, Wayne Drake, that's the first 4. Mitch Brady still holds the 5th position from the 117 of Bradley Hamburger, the 29 of Vince Creek, 17 Darryl Webb, 27 Josh Blomqvist, 10 Sean Cox. Here they come again for the white flag. They've just got some back markers in sight now as they go down that back straight. They're hunting him. They're going to put Sean Cox just about a lap down as they come through. And it'll be 5, Blake Gillard from the 33 of Galbraith. 72, Wayne Drake got ahead of 11, Connor McCuskey Young. As we see them come round, it'll be Mitch Brady in the 55, gets the next spot from 117, Bradley Hamburger. And I'll look up at my screen, 29 Vince Creech was the next one home from 17, Daryl Webb. And after Daryl Webb was 27, Josh Blomqvist, the 10 of Sean Cox, and the 3.51 of Tony Cutler, and a 2:20.635. 2:20.635 is the race time. Well, that's about 100 of a second off Cormac Buchanan's record. 2:20.635. Qmac's got it, or 400ths of a second off it. 2:20.231 is Buchanan's race time.
Rightio, here we go with the Vincents once again. Come on, feel the noise. Got two out there.
So we've got the 17, Rory McEnroe and Darren Turner. And that's the 35 of Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter. The gate's open. Still, there'll be, well, I'd say someone out there might be out of puff, Dave.
There we go. Another one coming out.
That's the 23. So that's Darren Nash and Bailey Partridge. Remember, they didn't start the first one. They had problems. They stalled. And 13, Dennis Nash and Nathaniel Parsons.
Full house. That's good to see. So they never used to have helmet colours like that in the old days, Warwick?
No, they didn't. Well, we introduced those, Dave. Remember that? Teams racing. We got sick of all these bibs that covered up all the numbers, and after everyone got used to who was on the bike with their sponsors and everything else, so yeah, they can blame us for that. Right, off they go. That's the roar. And it looks like it's a Darren Nash and Bailey Lilly. They didn't get that first one going. They've got that start there as they come out of the our West Melton turn. We're looking for this second bike as the 35 there of Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter. But just listen to the noise. You just that's all you need to do, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely. Just look at amazement. Used to be 6 of those on the track at Ruapuna.
Dennis Nash and Nathaniel Parsons have just crossed the pole line there for some reason. And then Rory McEnroe and Darren Turner, the white flags come out. These boys at the front have got a bit of pace on. That's the 23. Darren Nash and Bailey Partridge, young Partridge hanging on the back there. They swing round in front of the food caravans and they get the checkered flag. And Partridge hanging down, he gets up on the side there. So 23, 35 being Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter. Then the 13 of Dennis Nash and Nathaniel Parsons, followed by the 17 of Roy McEnroe and Darren Turner.
There was 71.94.
Well, that's a bit quicker.
Yep.
71.94 was the race time for that one. The 23 of Darren Nash and our own Bailey Partridge.
Oh, no, it's great to see. We can do it all again tomorrow night too, Warwick.
Yeah, we do. It's brilliant to see the guys that have restored these bikes and the funding that's gone in to bring them over here doing the Burt Munro and this particular meeting.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to have a bit of track maintenance. We'll just wait and see. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a bit of a tidy up on the track.
Well, we'll go down to the pits for an interview with, I think it's Peter Adams. Yep, thanks, Mike.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, we got the 6A of Peter Adams. You had to come out on the spare bowler bike that time.
Yeah, mine's giving me grief. We've got problems with the injection, so we just put it aside and we haven't got time to fix it.
Something you could sort for tomorrow?
Possibly. We don't know if we'll get through yet, but yeah, we're struggling for points because we had 2 bad runs.
2 points from 3 rides and top 12 going through. You've still got plenty of chances.
We'll see what happens. We're probably in the Repcharger, so bowler's bike's going really well, so quite confident on that one, yeah.
How much different did it feel to ride that bike?
Totally different. First time I've ridden it.
So in what way?
It's got a different type of power. It's a bit heavier, and yeah, just to get it to slide, you just got to set up differently.
But you like to mash the throttle.
Yeah, I'm known for it.
That's why they call you Fearless.
Yeah, it's a name I got a long time ago.
The track developing quite nicely out there.
Yes, not too bad. It's getting better as the night goes on. So it's a little bit slick, but bowler's bike seems to like the slick. It's got plenty of drive.
Also, with that qualifying, you got to remember if you don't get enough points for those 4 races, you've got those 2 basically semi-qualification races to come up as well. So there's 2 bites of the cherry.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for.
Well, you want to have a good last ride and hopefully avoid those, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Is there anyone you want to thank for getting you down here this weekend?
Oh, basically I got myself down here, but I'd like to thank Craig for loaning us the bike because, yeah, that's what it's all about.
So many more crews these days have got 2 bikes in the pits.
Yeah, maybe I need to look at that. I've got the spare one sitting at home.
Yeah, well, it's no good at home on a weekend like this. This is the big title.
Yeah, and it's a new bike and there's a lot of setup and development in it. I should have bought the other bike for the championship.
It's going to be a lot of should-haves this weekend, I think, Peter.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, thanks for the chat.
Thanks, Mike.
I was here with Wayne Bros and Brandon, looking sharp and red. You know, you just tried black because it was slimming. It didn't work for you, so you're going for the red, mate. But you're putting in a good night. You're actually showing some speed. I'm impressed. The tapes have gone up and you've left the other bikes. I know that's been an Achilles heel for the team. What have you been working on?
Nah, nothing. Bit of setup. Yeah, we had a bad night last night and changed a few things around. So, yeah.
Underwear, clothing, what did you change?
I changed our tops.
Yeah, it takes the attention away from Brandon's face, so that's a win. You know, on the bright side, Brandon from Invercargill, he's the slimmer Mendham. You know, I've met Jason and you look good there. So how are you finding on the back there, Big Darren?
Definitely a lot better from last night. I thought I was terrible. But yeah, bit of a pep talk from the old boy beside me, and then, no, it was good. But I haven't really done much this season since I broke my ankle at the practice, so yeah.
You guys have had a rough year. You know, Brandon breaking an ankle, Wayne with some obvious swelling, but things are definitely getting better for you. You know, you're definitely showing some speed, and I like what you're doing out there. You know, Wayne, you do a lot for the club, and you know, you've been instrumental in making sure this runs smooth tonight, mate. And on behalf of the ones around you, mate, we actually thank you for it. You're never going to get a compliment out of me again, so embrace it. But you know, how's your night shaping up? You looking good?
Yeah, mate, we're having fun. First one, slow start. Second one, done all right. Third one, really happy. Kept up some fast boys, and yeah, happy with that.
So first start was like normal, then you improved from there?
All right.
You know, Brandon, you're laughing away, but you know, you're on the back there working with Uncle Wayne. You've become probably one of the better teams at Christchurch to have a bit of fun and enjoy yourselves. You don't mind the commute up from Christchurch to Invercargill to spend time with Uncle Wayne?
Nah, I don't mind it. I've done it for like 10 years, 11 years, so I'm pretty used to it. It's just like a wee Sunday drive, but it's what you do for a couple of minutes of racing, don't you?
Mate, it's safer and cheaper than talking to the missus. Anyone you want to thank, mate, for tonight there, Wayne?
The club, Mike Provost, fantastic man, done a wonderful job of the track, spends endless hours out here. And everyone else, I mean, there's been a lot of people who've done a lot of work for this thing, so yeah, thank you to everyone else.
Mate, all the best tonight, and like, mate, you do look good in red. I take back like one of the things I said.
Yeah, we've got one of the local bikes here, the 69C of Tyler Fisher. You guys are right in there battling hard, 6 points.
Yeah, it's definitely tough out there, but it is what it is. The track's getting rougher, but do the best we can.
Well, as the meeting's progressing, you're getting faster.
Yeah, big thanks to Andrew for the help round in the pits. Thanks to sponsors, CG Signage, Dyers Road Landscape and Hire.
Just one more ride, that'll see you in the main show for tomorrow night.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, you want to build on those 6 points, and also it's set up as well. I know that you're a local, but track conditions can be different for each meeting.
Yeah, they always change. So like yesterday at the practice, we were running completely different than what we are today.
It seems like it's getting a little bit rougher on the outside of turn 2 as well.
Oh, yeah, just a little.
You're not much of an interviewer, are you?
No, mate, that's what the swinger's for.
He's a good guy, is he? How long have you guys been appearing?
About a season and a half, I think.
And racing anywhere else apart from here?
In Vicargill, been up to Rosebank once, Palmy once, Nelson.
What did you think of the Palmerston North track?
Oh, definitely a lot different than dirt, but the straights are a bit tight, but it's all right. We adapted.
Some of those car tracks, they get a little bit corrugated from the horsepower of the cars, putting so much stress into the track.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, though. We all got to ride to the same track, so...
So apart from your sponsors that you mentioned, have you anyone in the crew?
Not really, just Andrew Buchanan that's helped me out today.
All right, good luck in your 4th round. 6 points already, that's taken the pressure away.
Yeah, sure has, thank you.
Thanks for the chat.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, I just ran into Andrew Buchanan and Niffy Ching down there in the pits before the meeting. And one of the words from Andrew was, he said that this is tight. He said when he's been raced in all the championships, there's been 2 or 3 or 4 at the front. But he said there's a real group of real hard competitors here that's closed things up quite a little bit. And as for Tyler Fisher, remember he came on the scene here about 2 seasons ago. Young Tyler and Ella Hurst Whitworth, and they were 16, and they hopped on the sidecars to give it a go. So we had some teenagers running here, and he is correct. He's been with Ruben for about 18 months.
All right, so you've got the ticket for the 50-50 there, Warwick.
Yes, so while we got a little bit of thing, we've got a 50-50 ticket winner here is 20251. 20251. There's quite a nice little package here for a Friday night for you.
Oh, so if you've got year's wages for me.
You can come up here to the control tower. It's not 1965, Dave.
I didn't get that much in 1965, I know that. Yeah, no, it's well worth coming up for. So
yeah, that's the ticket, 20251.
All right, this is the last chance for people to score the points, and there's a few that really need them. But they'll be on their way out. I can hear them coming out now. They're marking out the
start lines.
Start line there.
Yep, there we go. There's the first one.
Right, 33. Wayne Bryce, Brendan DeGarnham Riley. They'll be off gate 1 in the red helmet colours. Then we have 16, Carl Foster and Alan Clarkson. They'll be off gate 2 in the blue. 54, Bevan Nuttridge, Sumaka Horn. They're off gate 3 in the white helmet colours. And right on the outside, 86, Kerry Morgan and Jason Hera. They'll be off gate 4. So, who needs the points?
Oh, Wayne Bryce could do with a few extra.
Yeah, he's on 3. Bevan Nuttridge, Sumaka Horn, they're on 3.
Yep, Kerry Morgan.
So, where's he?
86. Bike 86.
Yeah, he's on 4. Yeah, so it's the...
And Wayne and Carl Foster, 16 bike.
16, he is on 6. So he's a bit more comfortable.
Yep. Right, well, they're all in the starters' hands for this one. Into the last round of the City South Van Spares and Tyres qualifying. And away we go. Whoa, whoa, one inside.
Yeah, that's
hands
Wayne
up.
Bryce.
Wayne Bryce.
Ran out of room. Are they going to put the red lights on?
Well, we better go back.
Yeah, they have. They have. Oh, Bevan Nuttridge
spun around.
Yeah, I thought it got a little bit too tight there. Wayne Bryce ran out of places to go. We'll wait and see what the referees have got to say about it. He got a good start, but he got crowded on the inside, and wow, you could throw a blanket over the whole lot of them.
Yep. And I think they were waiting to put the red light on until the bikes actually spread themselves out. How often have we seen it? particularly in car racing. If they bang that on too quick, all sorts happen. So
I don't know why it is a mindset that as soon as the red light comes on, they seem to want to jam the brakes on.
Well, these
as if it's happening right in front of them.
Well, these things don't have brakes.
No,
Dave.
well, that's true. Quite true.
But yeah, I know what you mean. It's they're just sort of cruising. Anyway, so we put that down as a first turn.
Actually, we just looked at the replay. I think Wayne Bryce was a little bit lucky, actually, just looking at that. But anyway, that's what's going to happen. There we go. Take him away.
Well, he won't get it again.
No.
He's rolled into that little rut that's putting him close to the tape, so he's just trying to find another line there. Carl Foster has a look just to make sure that he's only about, 75 mil off the tape there? Hard to see. We're not right above it anymore. Right, this time, 86. Stalled on the start line.
Oh, that's frustrating.
Anyway, we're going to go back to the action. Looks like it's Carl Foster and Alan Clarkson out in front. Bevan Nuttridge. Mackie Horn holding that second position. They're making a charge at the front. And Wayne Bryce tucked in behind. It looks like it's Bevan Nuttridge and Mackie Horn just gone through into the front of the field. Carl Foster, Alan Clarkson holding that second spot. Wayne Bryce right on their tail. He's now changing lines, trying to go out wide, then he's cut back in. But it's Nuttridge and Horn out in front on the 54 bike. Down the back straight they go. White flag waiting for them, but this one's not over yet, Dave.
No, there's plenty of action going on. Plenty of action going on. One mistake and the following person will be through, but Bevan Nuttridge leading the way there at the moment with Samaka Horn. Looking a little bit more comfortable now. Carl Foster, Alan Clarkson in that second place. Wayne Bryce trying desperately to get through. Not going to do it though. Comes home in third. So Bevan Nuttridge doesn't think he stopped yet.
He's kept it going.
3 points for Bevan Nuttridge. 2 for Carl Foster and 1 for Wayne Bryce.
67.936. 67.936. Getting a bit dark here, Dave. I can't see what I'm doing.
Oh, no.
Yep. Good. Although some of those boys picked up some value points, bad luck for Kerry Morgan and Jason Hera just having stalled at the tapes. So we wait and we see the next team come out, and it is 48. Sean Kerr and Dion McDonald from Ariti Park in the red going from gate 1. 27 in the bay. Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan in the blue going from gate 2.
Just wait.
And then we've got 2 NZ, Jamie Moon and Patrick Larson in the white going from gate 3. And 69, Tyler Fisher and Ruben Miller in the yellow going from the outside. Just waiting for Sean Kerr to come in. Getting set. Just moving the tape over to where there's a gap in the track. Yeah, Ruben Miller putting some dirt under the front of Fisher's bike to stop it rolling on those tapes. Gets back on. Starters are all happy. Arms up. Racing we go. And it looks like it's Sean Kerr and Dion McDonald have got a good start on the inside. But it's Jamie Moon. We got one off there. On the track and a red light, and they quickly come round. Young Tyler Fisher's quickly come round to check, because it'll be, is it Kyla Meehan that's come off?
I think it is. She's had a bit of a rough night tonight.
And it was very close to Tyler Fisher to running, collecting her. But he turned in pretty quickly, Dave. He didn't hesitate just to go back.
Yep.
The young man. Yep. So just being attended to there.
Yeah. She's had a rough night, haven't they? They didn't get the best of starts. I'm not quite sure what happened at the start line there. They just got a bit of a stall, but
Yep, they'll just check on Kayla and then we'll see what happens.
we're just waiting to see. Anyway, I can tell you that Pete Jose has come up here, a good mate of ours from Invercargill. He's been an announcer down at Invercargill. He was for quite a few seasons, and he's managed to get the 50-50, and it couldn't have gone to a better person. You know? We know where you live, Pete.
Yeah.
We'll be round.
Well, you dragged me in here.
He's dragged you in down there.
Yep, there's a bit replay coming up for the Pitts viewers of that incident. They
just got a bit of a bad start, didn't they?
Yep.
And then...
I can see why Tyler Fisher was there, because they get out a wee bit out of control and actually tapped him and knocked Kyler off. We didn't see that from our position here, but this Pitts replay.
He was just all over the place.
He just got out of it, and then when they collided, yep. Well, that's interesting. We'll wait and see what the referee's decision. But I think as you put your hands together, I think the words come through that Kenny Hamill and Kyler Meehan have actually may well have called it a day.
Yeah, it's been a pretty this will be the last race, but
unconfirmed. But we'll see what happens there. 69 has been put out of that one for causing that incident. So that's hard luck for those boys. Would they have enough points still, Dave? They might have to go to the repechage.
What have they got? They've got 6 points, so might be a bit tight. We'll just have to wait and see how it all pans out. So we'll put down there excluded for them, and I guess Kenny and Hamill might be withdrawn. They're still out there.
Well, the word that came through was they may have called it a day, but they look as though they're keen to have another go, though.
Yeah. They're tough, aren't they?
They're tough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tyler's going out to say sorry, or no, he's going out to
pick his bike
argue
up.
Or do something. Yeah, he's going to take it inside.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, it's hard luck, Tyler, but you did get out of control.
Shape a little.
Well, they're not calling it a day. That's the message that came through the RT, and I think they're going to have another go. Full ups to them.
Yeah, good stuff. They're doing the gardening, so...
Yep. Whew. Yep.
Well done.
Jeez. So
all right, we'll start again then.
Good.
48, Sean Kerr, Dion McDonald. They'll be off gate 1 in the red. Next to them, they might get a better start this time, Warwick. They just were really untidy in that start.
Well, how many points has Kenny and Kyler got?
They have got... Where are we? They've got 4 points.
So they
need some points.
They'll get 1 if they complete this at least.
Yeah, well, that's right.
So
they're off gate 2. Jamie Byrne and Patrick Larson. What are they? They haven't. Oh, they dropped that 1 point.
1 point.
Yep. And
starters are right.
Here we go.
Oh, great start from the outside from Jamie Moon and Patrick Larson. Just got the momentum up early, and they've just powered their way round to take the lead. Sean Kerr and Dion McDonald hold that second position, and then we go back to Kenny Hanna and Kayla Meehan. Just they've got some good. So they've been in the walls, but they've still got some good speed on, Dave. Oh, Sean Kerr just crossed it up a little bit too much there. So did Kenny Hanna, but they're just trying to stay on the track. Oh, well, that was close.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to be satisfied with their 1 point at the end, but no doubt about who's leading the way here at the moment.
Yeah, certainly one of the top contenders.
Yeah, Jamie Moon
and
Patrick Larson.
Yep.
They've looked good all night.
Down that back straight, they're going to come round and they'll get the maximum points. Take the win. Second place, Sean Kerr and Dion McDonald. And third will be the unlucky Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan. And we have a time of 65.249. 65.249. So certainly they just picked the pace up a little bit there as they come in.
Yep, well, no doubt about them. They won't have to worry about any rapid charge heats or last chance heats. They're up 11 points, so one off a maximum. So they'll go through. We'll see them tomorrow night. Race 19. 3 races to go before the last chance finals. Paul Humphreys, Chris Chatfield are coming out. Number 78. They'll be off gate 1 in the red helmet. Next to them will be 47, Kieran Southerly and John O'Kilburn. They're on gate 2 in the red and the blue helmet. 9, Bruce Savage. He'll be looking for some points. And Stephen Burrow in the white helmet colours. They're off gate 3. And right on the outside, 5, P. Kieran Reid and Sam McNaught.
Kieran Payne.
Kieran Payne. Sam McNaught off gate 4 in
Right.
the yellow.
So how many points has Humphrey got? Because he didn't score on the last round.
78. He's got 6 points, so he had 2 wins and a loss.
And Bruce Savage needs one because he got disqualified as they get underway.
He had 2 wins and a loss, so they're both on 6 points.
Well, it's Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield have got to the front of the field, and by goodness me, is that Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow went round the top side, but they're out wide. Humphrey comes back in and regains the lead. Sitting in that third place, a battle between Kieran Payne. Oh, Kieran Southerly just shot across there, and I think he knows he's crossed the pole line. He's coming infield, so it's Wing Nut in that third position with Sam McNaught. But once they've got clear, Paul Humphrey and Chris Chatfield are just powering away. Bruce Savage, Stephen Burrow in that second position, but they've gone out again very, very wide, and Wing Nut and McNaught were closed in on them. That's the white flag. No doubt about who's going to win this one. Be the Humphrey Chatfield team. They come through. They'll get the checkered flag. Bruce Savage and Stephen Burrow come home in that second place, and Kieran Payne and Sam McNaught take out the third spot. And we just have to say a DNF for Kieran's.
Yeah, that looked a bit scary, actually.
7-8 pole line. Just got a wee bit out of shape there. And came infield 66.589. 66.589 was the winner's time. So there they come. Southern Bolts and Fasteners sponsored, or one of the sponsors on that Humphrey and Chatfield bike coming home. So we're all getting set for the next heat.
820.
Yep, Rob Miller and Jason Hannon in the red on the 8P bike from gate 1. 73, Taylor Green, Callum Innes in the blue, gate 2. 23, Ben Morris, Graham Partridge in the white on gate 3. And that will be it with the retirement of Ben Phipps and Michael Toos. Just the 3 of them in here, all getting points. Just a matter of
which order.
who's going to get the top ones?
Yeah.
Who needs them, Dave? Hand up on gate 8P. What do they got?
They've only got 2 points. They need them badly. 73, Taylor Green. They've got 6 points. 23, Ben Morris. They've got 5 points.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Still not right down on the front there. The 8 bike. Rob Miller and Jackson Hannon just having a few problems in that. It always does create problems, that gate 1, Dave, doesn't it?
Yeah, you roll into the ditch left by the last person, and
well, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 5 different ones there in that
still
gate.
got it. They need to do some gardening. Pull it out.
So they have to put something in front of the wheel.
Yeah, or fill in the hole.
Doesn't appear as though there's a lot there to move.
No.
Right, they'll try and hang on to it this time.
There we go. That's better.
Oh, and off they go. And a good start from the inside, although they looked like they were away a bit slowly, but Rob Miller got out there, but he's been burnt off by Taylor Green coming from grid 2 through into the lead. Ben Morris, Graham Partridge out in that 3rd position. Now got a bit of work to do as they come through, because Miller and Hannon have got a good hold on that 2nd position. Taylor Green, Calaminus, speed and wide and high, and it's allowed Miller to close up a fraction as they go into our Waimak River turn. Obviously a bit of coming off the track, as you can see Rob Miller ducking his head down as, to try and get out of the roost from Taylor Green. The white flag's out, Green comes through, he's the first one to do it. Miller still holding 2nd. Oh, Ben Morris, they got a wee bit out of shape coming out of that turn and down the straight. They've just dropped back into that 3rd position a little bit further.
Yeah, there's a few ruts forming. It's causing a few issues for them. But Taylor Green's going to take the win. Rob Miller, Jackson Hannon will come through and set that 2nd place, followed by Ben Morris and Graham Partridge.
Yeah, it's 66.099. 66.099 was the winning time. Yeah, the track just slowing up a wee bit, Dave, aren't they, from what we saw earlier in the day?
Yeah.
But nevertheless, it's, as all the boys say, it's the same for everyone.
Yep. How do you choose to handle it?
I thought they said that someone cleaned the windows, but they
that was in daylight.
They didn't clean my ones. Yeah, it's 2.5. I hear that. That's our pit screw. Well, thanks, Cale. It's all right, but I've just cleaned my one. I can see a bit better now. No, it's all right. It's all good.
Rightio, the last heat of the night coming out. Race 21, 19, Scott Ado. And Ramon, is it? Ramon? Have I got that right? Oh, yeah,
you
Ramon.
got it. Yep. You got it. You spell it with an H and a hyphen in it.
Oh, is that how it is? Nakura Belloc.
Yep.
There we go.
Yep, bollocks. Apparently that was his dad's nickname. Bollocks, so it's all there.
Well, they're off gate 1, and they're in the red helmet colours. Then we have 6, Peter Adams and Travis Thompson. What's he got for a bike this time? He'll be off gate 2 in the blue. Aaron Rose, Nigel Sturgeon. They've had a bit of a mixed bag tonight. They'll be off gate 3 in the white. And right on the outside, big top contenders here.
Dylan Moen and Sean Mason.
They'll be in the yellow, off gate 4.
Right, so who wants the points? Well, Pete Adams wants points. Scott Ate will do with some points. Where is 34, Aaron Rose?
Yeah, they're on 4, so they're looking for some points as well.
Right, they're all ready. Right, oh, the Roses haven't got a gear. They've been left on the line.
Oh, no.
As we go to look at the front of the field, and it looks like it's the yellow bike. It'll be Dylan Moen from the outside. Got to the front of the field. Sitting in that 2nd spot is Pete Adams on the Craig Bowler bike, holding that 2nd spot from Scott Ado and Ramon. And they're putting up a good fight for that 2nd and 3rd position. Ado just going out wide to the fence. But he's still got a wee bit of work to do to get close enough. And then poor old Aaron Rose and Sturge.
Yeah,
having lost that gear, well, they're not going to score in this one.
No, that'll hurt their chances.
White flags wave for Dylan Moen and Sean Mason. Peter Adams Goes through in that second spot with Travis Thompson doing the work. It certainly might be a strange bike, but they've done all right on it. There goes the win to Dylan Moen and Sean Mason. Second place to Peter Adams and Travis Thompson. Third goes to Scott Ato and Raymond Bollock. And bollocks. I've got Jason in my ear. And Aaron Rose finishing out in that fourth spot. 66.548. 66.548 was the winning time. So you're down to the nitty gritty. We've just got 2 semis to go for those boys. And I take it, I get my other piece of paper out and see if I can read. Because I see the Jocelyn Walkers come up here, so it's the flat trackers. And this time we will see Daniel Jordan on the front row. Along with him will be Matt Keane. Then we go back to Alec Frock. He's there as well. Josh Blomqvist will sit on the second row on the 27 bike with 92 Wortman. Then the 55 of Mitch Brady's there as well. Outside him, the 117 of Hamburger and the 10 of Cox. And off the back row, we've got Darryl Webb on the 17, Mark Galbraith on 33, Hewis on the 741. And that's it. That's the field as they get set to let these ones go. And Matt Keane gets a good start as they go into the West Melton turn for the first time, and he'll take an early lead in this one. Few bikes shuffling around there as they go down the back straight to some of the faster fellas come through, but it still looks like it's 31. Frocky out in front. There's Jason Neuenhouse goes through to the front of the field again. He's quick, this young lad. Showed some good pace at the practice last night for the first time on the track, but he's been pushed pretty hard by Mark Galbraith, and it's Galbraith that goes through. 31, Alec Frock there in that third spot now as they start to sort themselves out. Once again, the front two have made a wee break. Frock holding that third spot as they come round. And something just fell off one of the bikes there. It'll be the 55 bike of Mitch Brady. Lost a bit of a flaring or something. He holds that fourth position. So no change at the front of the field. The movement starting to come up down in that fifth spot. So Bradley Hamburger, Matt Keane, and the 13 of Daniel Jordan goes through. There's Josh Blomqvist and Sean Cox. The 92 of Matthew Wortman coming round. But it's Mark Galbraith from Josh Neuenhouse. Big battle going on there between the 31 of Alec Frock and Mitch Brady. Frock on the inside, Brady. Ooh, red light. Red light, and that will be for some debris that came off. So they're holding their positions. There was a bit of panel work that I saw come off. I think that was off Mitch Brady's bike and some of the earlier laps. So we'll see what happens now. They're just holding their positions on the track. So we had Mark Galbraith from Josh Neuenhouse on the 741, and then that disappeared on me. So they're bringing them around again. So in the restart order, we've got 33. Who was the leader? Mark Galbraith at the front. Then we've got the 741. Josh Neuenhuis was in that second position from the 31, I think, of Alec Frock. And then the 55 of Mitch Brady, followed by the 117 of Bradley Hamburger. Then the 13 of Daniel Jordan. 7, Matt Keane. The 17 of Darryl Webb. And Josh Blomqvist is sitting down there with on the 27 with the 92 of Matthew Wortman. And there's 2 bikes not going, and they've let them go. 2 of them had their hands up. They weren't ready. Oh well, that seems a bit harsh, but anyway. It's Mark Galbraith out in front from Josh Neuenhuis, and it is the white flag. Just the 2 laps left as they go through. So Mitch. No, they can't follow that either. So we'll just have to do it manually as they come round. It'll be 33. Mark Galbraith gets the win from 741. And then I'm not sure where we go from there. Sort of lost all that there, Dave. Yep. I only got the first 2.
Oh, see, here we go now. Oh no, not yet.
55 Mitch Brady and the 31 of Alec Frock was there, but they'll have to sort that out, Dave.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can't have any time on that one. So
there we go. It's come out here, Warwick. There you go.
Yep.
You've given Karen Payne 2 points in round 1, which is Wingner.
The St Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the Kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-bone fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you. Anderton Decorators are a long-established Canterbury company covering the whole of the South Island who love to support their local community. If you require expert advice from design to application, then Shane has the expert team to ensure your next project is hassle-free with a professional finish. Floor to ceilings, walls to roof, inside, outside, commercial or residential. Let our team take the hassle out of your decorating. Give us a call now on 027 Painting. That's 027 724 6846. Anderton Decorators, we have you covered.
Right, well, I just got a bit of information here changing around that we've got the Vincents back out again. And we've got all 4 of them. And they get away, and once again it looks like it is Darren Nash and Bailey Partridge are getting out there. Oh, Bailey Partridge is hanging on the side of the bike. He's dragged along there. He can't get back up. I don't think Darren Nash knows that. He's sitting down there. They put the red light on. He's still hanging on the side of that bike. And he's let go there now. And I think he'll be pretty well rubbed, although he's bounced up on his feet. Well, if you wanted to see some excitement, you want to look at that one. That was incredibly well to hang on there as long as he did, because he was certainly in trouble. If he let go, he could have got run over. He might need a bit of rubbing tonight, by the looks of things. But give him a hand. Bailey Partridge, what a gallant effort to hang on to that all that time. So Darren Nash wouldn't be aware of that. Oh, look at that. He's going to hop back on again. Well, that deserves... Well, you deserve a DB or something, mate, for that. Holy smoke. See on the Pits replay, we'll be just seeing that for those that are watching on Pits TV. The length of time that young Bailey was hanging on the side, 3/4 of a lap until he let go and he's got back on. The 23 bike of Darren Nash and he's sitting on grid 1. 13, Dennis Nash with Nathaniel Parsons on grid 3. Roy McEnroe and Daniel Turner on the 4 on the outside. And it's 35, Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter. They were on the grid 2 and they've got through to the front of the field by the looks of things. But there goes Darren Nash and young Bradley Partridge. All these boys are racing. They swap lines there. And Darren Nash goes through into that first position with young Bradley hanging on the side. Down the back straight. And certainly a bit of a race on with these front two. Darren Nash leading the way from the 35 of Mark Mitchell and Tony Carter. And we go back to Dennis Nash and Nathaniel Parsons. And Rory McEnroe and Darren Turner, they're having a little battle amongst themselves, but the white flag comes out for Darren Nash and Bradley Partridge. They come round, they get the checkered flag. .35, Mitchell and Carter take the next spot from 13, Dennis Nash and Nathaniel Parsons, and then the 4.24 of Roy McEnroe and Darren Turner. Give that boy a hand as he comes round. Bradley Partridge running there with Darren Nash. Got dragged for 3/4 of a lap, then got back up on the bike. And with some spirited racing there, got the checkered flag. Yep. Oh, yep. 72.90 was the time for that Vincent race. 72.90. Okay, we're crossing down to Mike. I think he's got... who's he got? Who you got, Mike?
Yeah, I'm down here at the 3NZ bike with, of course, of Dylan Moon and Sean Mason. I've got Sean here with me. Job done.
Yeah, it was a good meeting. It kind of had a bit of a plan and everything kind of came together, and yeah, we got through the other end with good points. So yeah, all ready for tomorrow.
Always good to go through qualifying without any issues.
Yeah, it was, we came in and we thought, you know, this track is such a good race. This track's, those first corners are very hard, so we got through them unscathed-ish and stuff, so we're happy with that. And then after that, yeah, everything kind of went to plan. So no, we're happy, and yeah, we'll get up for tomorrow, and yeah, can't wait.
Definitely the fast line was up high.
Yeah, it was the faster and safe line. There might have been a quicker one down low, but for today, it was nice and consistent. You know, if you had to go down low, it was to pass someone, you know, and you really got out of shape and stuff, and it was a bit of a 50-50 call. But yeah, sitting up high, we got good laps, and we ran our own race, and yeah, went to plan.
Definitely tonight was just really basically a dress rehearsal for tomorrow. You're going to be riding against the same guys.
Yeah, it's going to be totally different tomorrow. Like, these guys are going to be real hungry, and we've got a massive field of guys that, you know, can take the podiums. No, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be the best racing you ever see. Can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good racing under lights too, isn't it?
Yeah, the lights are going to help a lot. You know, we're going to have a final where it's going to be good racing. Past years, you know, we've had tracks where it's just gone to black on the final and maybe been a bit of a lackluster kind of final, but this track is awesome. It's a races track. You know, you can go off gate 4, gate 1, doesn't really matter. First corner's a massive race, and then you still got, you know, 4 laps after that. So, no, it's going to be awesome.
Those starting ruts, not too much of an issue?
We'll see. They're quite deep already, and maybe just coming from Rosebank, you know, we're not used to the deeper ruts, but yeah, there's some ruts there. They're nice. They're not, you know, horrible or anything, but there'll definitely be ruts all tomorrow, so we're just going to have to run with it, and yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I know Mike Provost will be straight onto the graders and everything and prepping up this track tomorrow. It's supposed to be another hot day. That can always have an effect on it.
Yeah, he's the best guy for the job. Like, hats off to Mike. You know, puts on the best track, and you know, he's working with an awesome track. It's not a detriment or anything like that. It's just going to be a bit more of a dicier gate. You know, some guys might get a real clean start. Some guys might be lifting and still get a good start, or they might get a bad start. So just adds to the excitement of the first corner, really.
And I noticed that Dylan and Jamie don't park anywhere near each other. Is there a bit of brother rivalry going on here?
I think the guys down the very end, I think they got here at 2:30 or they're moving in at the gate. Me and Dylan take a bit more of a relaxed approach and stuff, so I think we rocked up just before 5, so we could kick down to the end of the pits, so it is what it is.
Well, you're not only fast on the track, but you guys are probably the first two to get changed as well.
Yeah, we've got a big weekend, so, might get the bikes out tonight or might just try and get some beauty sleep. It's a bit past my bedtime, so, I'm feeling a bit tired, so big day tomorrow. So.
Yeah, you need it too, mate. Hey, well done on the 4 straight race wins, top qualifiers. You'll be able to sleep easy tonight and good luck tomorrow.
Cheers, thank you.
Chatty, mate. Chris Sheffield having a good night in the back there, mate. Paul's gone away because he's obviously tired and, he needs his beauty sleep. Won't like a beauty coma, but he's at least we're lucky he wears a helmet. So how are you holding on the back, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Having a good time out there, so that's the main thing. Got pretty messed up there in one heat and, come out 4th place, so did work for that last one. But, we got there in the end, eh?
As someone who's been beaten by you a lot, I won't lie, I didn't enjoy seeing you at 4th, but it was pretty rough how you got the kick out the start. But you recovered well. You came out the next heat and, definitely sent a message to the rest of them. When you guys have got a bit of hunger, you go hard and you go well.
Yeah, well, obviously these 2 Milne boys up from the north, or down from the North Island, I should say, and a few of the others they're going pretty good tonight. So it's going to make some good racing tomorrow.
You're doing well. Just because I'm in that kind of mood, we're going to get Sean Kerr while he can't run away because he's getting changed. Hi, Sean. You look like you had a good night, mate. If you can't run away, I've worked. I've got to get you while you're getting changed. It's good. But you guys have had a great night out there on the handlebars. You and your swinger definitely gelling, mate. I know it's his first real season with you, but you'd never know that watching him. You're working well. I must say a bit about you on the handlebars. You're making his life a wee bit too easy.
Nah, mate, Dion's doing a good job, eh? Everything's gone pretty good tonight, so, yeah.
You've been building nicely, mate. You've got a support tribe on the hill up there, mate. It's, Alvin there backing you. You've done the laps up here. I think you've hit every meet we've had running this season, and you just keep getting faster and cleaner. How are you finding tonight's small park track to what you've been racing on the other nights?
Good. Obviously, there's a lot of racing tonight. The track's gone a bit slick now, but we're all racing the same track, so.
Hey, Dion, come here, mate. You're looking quite muscular, so it's the perfect time. Come on, mate. We'll get you in here as well, Dion. Leave the shirt off, mate. It's a good look. Mate, you've gone on the back there. First real season with Sean. You've definitely, gelled into a team that's competitive and fast, and you line up at the tapes and you're at a shot at every chance. How you finding swinging on the back there? First real season having a boogie.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm just grateful to have the people I have for support, and of course to be swinging for Sean and having this opportunity and learning off him. So I'm pretty grateful for that.
Yeah, mate, like on the back, everyone goes, it looks pretty easy, I could do that, but until you get out there and you're getting dragged, that track just whizzing past your face. It's a bit of an experience. So, how are you enjoying that first season? What's the reality like on the back there?
Oh, some days it can be a bit difficult, and then some days it's good.
Have you learnt the golden rule, everything's your fault yet?
Yeah, no, I learned that from the first race.
Typical rider. Nah, mate, I know all the best the rest of the day, mate, and cheers for making time for us.
No, awesome, cheers, thank you.
Okay, Warwick, I've got the gates here for you if you want. So the last chance, semi-1, will be 34, Aaron Rose. As you said, he's down there doing the gardening. He's off gate 1. 86 is Kerry Morgan and Jason Hera. They're off gate 2. Then we have 47, Kieran Satherley and John O'Kilburn. They'll be off gate 3. And 27B, Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan out for another one off gate 4. Then on last chance semi 2, we've got 33, Wayne Bryce and Brendan DeGarnham Riley. They're off gate 1. On gate 2 will be 6A, Peter Adams and Travis Thompson. Gate 3 is 5P, Kieran Payne and Sam McNaught. And right on the outside will be 19, Scott Ato and Ramon Nikora Belloc.
Thanks, Dave.
You're all good. Okay, 34, Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon. They'll be off gate 1 in the red. Last chance. So the way this works is you've got to get the first 2 and you'll go straight through to the New Zealand Championship tomorrow night. If you get 3rd, you'll be a reserve. So you really got to get in those first 2. It's all on. They don't call it last chance for nothing, Warwick.
No, they don't. So we've got Aaron Rose.
Yep.
Nigel Sturgeon on 1. 86. Kerry Morgan, Jason Herrer on 2. Kieran Satherley, John O'Kilborn on 3. And on the outside, Meehan and Hamill as they get away into that first corner. And,
Kenny Hamill
made a good start there. He's got that second spot. But it looks like it's Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon out in front of this one. As you said, the first two go through.
Yep.
So the 27B bike there of Kenny Hamill and Kayla Meehan, after all their trouble. Oh, have they still managed to get that second spot and hang on to it as they go down into our turn. Peter Adams stuck in behind there. He's pushing pretty hard.
Yeah, there's a real battle going on there.
Oh, our front runners dropped into the clutches of second there as well. So Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon coming round for the white flag. Still Kenny Hamill and Meehan in there, and that's them that's gone off, is it?
Yeah, I think
no. Or
they
Peter
got
Adams,
out of shape.
Out of shape.
Yeah, Peter Adams. No, Kenny Hamill, they're still there in that second place.
Must have been Peter Adams that got out of shape, was it?
Yeah. He's been trying very hard.
34 takes the win anyway. And 27B was second. And,
yeah, we'll have to wait and see what the judge
for
calls.
the third one. The race time there was 68.636. But Aaron Rose and Nigel Sturgeon, they had a wee bit of work to do there. But we'll just, Dave's just going to check and see what the third placing was. So the first two go through, and the third place will be a reserve. So that's, we've got the first two. We've just got to decide who's the reserve is out of that lot. Dave's just waiting for the call there. We'll give you the feel for the next one. This is Wayne Bryce. And Brandon DeGarnham Riley in the red will go from gate 1. Oh, we got confused here because Peter Adams wasn't in that one. He's in this one. So 6A, Peter Adams and Travis Thompson are in this one. The 5P of Kieran Payne. Sam McNaught in the white from gate 3, and the 19 of Scott Ato. And Ramon in the yellow on the outside. And racing we go. And it's Peter Adams and Travis Thompson got in the front, but they're sort of being hounded a bit by Wayne Bryce and Brandon Garnham Riley, and a red light comes on. Yeah, a bit messy in that first corner. What was the third place, Dave?
We went to 47 Kira Satherley and John O'Kilburn because Kerry Morgan, Jason Herrer, they got excluded for crossing the pole line. They got seriously out of shape up there, and they were just hanging on for grim death and ended up crossing the pole line.
That's right. Sorry, fans, I got confused with the blue bike, just having the numbers down here, and I thought it was Pete Adams, but Adams is in this race.
Wayne Bryce, Peter Adams, Kieran Payne, and Scott Ato.
That's red, blue, white, and yellow across the track from inside to out. And we go again. And this time, Peter Adams and Travis Thompson, they get to that front turn again.
I'll tell you what, you'd think this was the New Zealand Championship, wouldn't it? There's pretty serious racing out there.
Well, Wayne Bryce and Brandon McGarnham Riley tucking on the inside, holding that third spot because it's Kieran Payne and Travis Thompson who've got the transfer spot at this stage. Bryce is a reserve. He needs to get one more up. Scott Ato and Ramon in that fourth position as they swing out of our West Melton turn. Coming down the main straight, still Peter Adams and Travis Thompson leading the way. Still coming to terms with that spare bike. Wayne Bryce has decided to go round the top side of Kieran Payne, but he's dropped back into third. Now he's out wide as they come in for the white flag. Is it going to change or not? It's close enough, but not quite there. But it's opened up the door for Scott Ato and Ramon to come through, but they're still at the tail of the field. Down the back straight for the last time. The first place looks like it'll be Peter Adams. That's no problem there. Fifth.
Shivers. Oh, that's not good.
Well, we go to Peter Adams, takes that win. Second place home, Dave. Who was that in the end? Kieran Payne it will be. And third, well, there was Wayne Bryce.
Wayne Bryce got into trouble. He'd be excluded.
Yep.
And Scott Ado, they got put off the track, but I'd say they'll pick up
They'll
that
get third
and, position.
Bryce has hit those barriers.
Yeah, pretty hard.
I thought it'd come and catch up with, I suppose, the best looking of all the Auckland riders, or so Blake told me. He's jealous of your frosted tips. You know, you look good in the tank tops, the muscles are good. How you finding it there, mate? You've definitely worked your ass off tonight on that track.
Yeah, good. No, it's real good. Totally different to some of the tracks up north anyway. And yeah, first time down here and absolutely loving it. I wasn't expecting to go out there and actually do as well as I did. And yeah, pretty much I just got to say a massive thanks to Andy Walker really for giving me a bike, and especially to all these boys for putting me up. And yeah, feels like a factory ride. It's great.
Oh, mate, that's good. So your first trip down south, and you've quite enjoyed the going down south, mate, and enjoying that track. You flat track boys seem to be having fun. You know, you're making the boys work hard. You know, you got the gear. Like you said, you're basically doing a factory ride. You know, it must be nice being looked after like the prince of the team. You know, Blake's struggling for your looks there, mate. But yeah,
must be the looks. Yeah, no, I'm super fortunate anyway, and yeah, definitely not one of the best riders, that's for sure. But just for the whole team, everyone looks after each other, and it's such a good group of people. So, sport to be in.
Mate, it's one of those people that didn't have to do the best, but I was there to win the grand parade and the looks department. I understand the pressure that you feel. You know, you're out there, you're doing well, and you're doing more than most people because you're going around that track, and you're at least stepping up, and you've made the big community from Auckland. You all set for the second day?
Yeah, I am now. I feel a bit more confident, and hopefully turn up that bike's mint again, and get out there and go for it. So fingers crossed we do some good results.
Oh, well, because we've got everything. You got any other Auckland guys we can have a bit of a yarn to? I got one here. No, you said no. That's might as well be saying yes. Yeah, mate. I'm going to be rude because I'm not sure because you're not getting gear on. Who have you yarn to?
Daniel Jordan.
Hey, Daniel. How you finding it, mate?
Yeah, awesome. Actually, it's been a really good couple of weeks of racing down in Reedy and also here at Moore Park. So.
Yeah, I think I need to interview more often. I feel quite big next to you. This is nice. Normally as a midget, I struggle. How you finding this, the Moore Park track, the shape and the style?
Yeah, it's quite different to what we race in Auckland and also down in Reedy. But I guess the dirt is pretty cool actually. Really, really good. Yeah.
You always have a bit more fun in the dirt, mate. Clay's boring. But you guys have definitely put on a show. How many Auckland bikes have made the trek down to try and take the Canterbury Flat Track Champs away? Can you count that high? Or?
Yeah, I think there's 6 of us. So.
Oh, 6, well done, mate. Now, on behalf of the club and like the rest of us, mate, we appreciate you guys coming down and like putting on a show. Also making time to be annoyed by people like me. So it's a bit of a bonus. Anyone you think that you can making it available?
What's that?
Anyone you want to thank for making this all available for you? You're just a self-made man.
I'm pretty lucky. I was a factory rider this last couple of weeks, so I flew in and out. But big thanks to these guys. They made the journey down in a couple of days, and really did the tough yards. So it's been awesome. So cheers to these guys.
Mate, no, appreciate it, man. Thanks for everything you've done today, mate, and thanks for having me on. Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Well, Pete, that's night number 1 of the City South Van Spears New Zealand sidecar qualifying. What a night it's been.
Oh, mate, it's been one of those nights, to be honest, with the exception of the Moon boys getting out. Everyone else has had to fight for every point they've got. People had a blip, and I know we ended a bit of a rough one there with the Brandon and that, but it's racing. We all know what we signed up for. We do know the risks. It's not hidden from anybody. You know I want to see it, and someone who's experienced that myself, she brought back bad memories. But the racing on a whole, that is next level tonight, and tomorrow's just going to be a massive step up from what we saw today.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that they did tonight, you can wipe that. They're all going to start equal again tomorrow with 0 points.
Yeah, mate. You know, you got teams like the Rose and Sturge who've been down here and been setting the pace, and tonight just, you know, half a second off us, but here and there, and then we haven't seen them struggle like down here for a couple of 3 weeks. So tomorrow's a clean slate, and I was giving Sturge a bit of a hard time that, you know, they may have gone a bit slow today to optimise track time, try and sneak another 4 laps in over top of everyone else, but they definitely pulled it off.
Yeah, well, they changed back to the Suzuki later on in that meeting as well. What about those 2 cutthroat semi-finals to get our last qualifiers in there? I was so happy to see both the 6A 5P and the 27B bike get through.
I'm not going to lie, mate. To see Wingnut sneak through, I was the happiest man. The guy proves that you can do it on a shoestring budget with a big ticker and a big heart. You know, we've got guys here with rocket ships and someone there on a $5,000 bike proving that it can be done. You know, this is the New Zealand title's about. Everybody's got a shot. Everybody's got a chance.
Yeah, and Kayla Meehan, 2 hard falls on the track tonight. She's a tough lady, isn't she? And making it into the main show, just rewards.
Oh, mate, you just, people, you know, you go through that rough thing on the side there, you're going to be sore tomorrow, but it's worth every bit if you make that final. I'm glad they got through, to be honest. You know, you take a tough day at the office, but you still get to go home smiling, knowing I get to do it all again tomorrow. Hopefully keeping the gear clean, you know, but we're racing for a title. No one's going to hold back. They're all going to have a shot at it.
Hugely impressed with the Traction flat track bikes here as well, battling it out for their Canterbury Championship.
Traction, you know, getting these flat trackers going. The flat track class has been growing. The quality of riders are growing. The mere fact we've got 6 bikes that made the trek down from Auckland for a Canterbury title just shows the speed, but also the quality of the riders. We've got factory-sponsored riders coming out of here on a flat track, having a go.
Well, we've got our 16 bikes plus 2 reserves for our City South Van Spares New Zealand title fight tomorrow night. The track will get turned over, get prepped. It's going to be race ready.
Oh, mate, what more could you want, you know? It's Valentine's Day, you can go home and kind of pretend you're like your wife to come back and have some real enjoyment tomorrow watching the racing here.
Hey, and as Jason Gutteridge said, mate, don't forget to do your hair for tomorrow.
I will try, but I would use the mirror, but Jace hogs them all.
There you go. Great night of racing here at Moore Park Speedway tonight. We're looking forward to tomorrow.
Have a go, guys.